really short hair.
Hello, everybody.
Hey.
Welcome in.
I looked over there. I'm like, it's not there anymore.
We are the NAT30s, and this is the Bums of Greenest Do Tyranny of Dragons. I am Izzy, the DM, and we are streaming live from the compound now. So thank you for joining us. Welcome. Hello to Bearded Fortress and Zix, Fire, and Evil Ed. Hi, Evil Ed again. I hosted the compound last night while they were doing their second round of the Street Fighter miniatures game tournament, and it went much longer than we thought it would. So it was a late night. But next Saturday they are going to be doing the finale of the Street Fighter game, and they will be giving away the core game to one lucky person. It's a $150 box set, so just throwing it out there. Check out the compound this coming Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time so that you can win. Hey, Cheese Cat, our Oregon resident NAT30s member.
I don't know
All the
if
words
it's
came
just
very slowly to my brain.
our connection or overall, but like we look really shitty. So if we look clear for everybody, just let us know.
No, it's because that's the camera resolution I can get at this
But
point.
it's all of them. It's not just one camera.
I know. I had to lower the resolution for all the cameras in order for them to work.
Okay.
So
Well,
it is a little bit blurry,
Mystery
I like better
solved.
blurry.
but it's the best
it's
I
like
can
being
do
in a dark bar.
at this point. Hopefully, in the next few
We're all a
months,
little bit more presentable.
I mean,
we'll be able
blurry
to
is
get
like
a-
putting a filter on, so this
Yeah,
is
we got the blur
for
filter. Yeah.
our benefit.
Yep.
yeah, but it's not the background.
I'm more worried about the resolution. So I mean the audio. So as long as you can hear us, but yeah,
You're good.
definitely.
Oh wait, you just cleared up a little bit.
It's because I got up and moved.
Yeah, it's just your
Yeah, right.
the metal plate in your head is just blocking the beams.
So, our announcements. We have a Patreon, and also wanted to give a special thank you and welcome to our first Nerdy 30 patron, Zixfire.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Everything that you all give as patrons goes back into our stream, into giving giveaways and all of that. So we really appreciate it. And as a thank you, of course, we put all of our patrons' names up on our streams, every single stream that we do as the NAT30s. So thank you very much. We appreciate it. As a patron, you also get an automatic entry into our monthly giveaway. Our monthly giveaway is a beautiful set of dice that is created, I guess I should be calling them artisanal dice. They are handmade by our friends at Almost Critical. We all have a set now. Everyone had special commissioned dice for their first characters in the NAT30s. So we have that going. And you too can win a set of beautiful dice. This month's dice, I keep forgetting to make an image of it, but they are called Bleeding Hearts, and they are Valentine's Day themed.
They did call them that?
I still think they should have called them Bleeding Hots.
Oh, hats. Oh, that would have been funny.
But you know,
But not everybody would get it.
I was gonna say not everybody
Doesn't
can pronounce it.
matter.
I mean, we'd get it, but
So you can enter into the giveaway for those
That's funny.
gorgeous dice by becoming a patron. Get an automatic entry so you can set it and forget it. You know that you're always entered. You can redeem your channel points. Some of you out there have been watching the compound for literal years, and there wasn't anything to redeem, so don't feel bad about just loading it up. Send in all of your giveaway entries, or you can engage in our Discord, and as you level up, I give you giveaway entries as well, and on your birthday too. I keep forgetting about the birthday thing. So there's that. Today we also are sponsored by BD&D, our friends out in New Zealand. Their website I think is under construction, but I was told by them that they are willing to send me some of their new designs, and so we do a giveaway every time we play D&D. You can enter for free. I'm about to create and start it, so you'll be seeing something. So type !ticket, and you will be entered into the giveaway. You can get, for your first time winning, a t-shirt, but for your second time winning, you get to win a BD&D mug, and then you join our mug club. And the mug club entitles you to, perchance, win
This is good.
a Her guest wins something to put in your mug.
Oh, yeah,
So our
yeah, that
first
was funny as hell.
Our first winners were That Gamer Share and Rev
new
Tommy,
guy.
so thank you both. And I sent a little something to you for filling your mug. The way you do that, you just go to social media, take a picture of your mug or your mug and your mug, and and at BD&D, at the NAT30s, hashtag Mug Club, and that enters you. So just keep doing that. We want to just raise awareness for BD&D. So thank you very much. And hey, Rev Tommy, there he is. Our winner! And Das is here as well. Thank you all for hanging out.
Das.
So, anything else? Our merch. Patrons, you get discount codes for our Etsy and our TeePublic. So definitely go check that out. If you need me to remind you what those are, please feel free. But if you go to the Patreon and look for promos or discount codes or something, they'll pop up. Our TeePublic merch.
We have a sale this Wednesday to the 27th. I don't know why it's not till the 28th, but Wednesday, whatever date Wednesday is, to the 27th on TeePublic, there will be a sale. So if you're going to buy something from us, do it now. I believe we sold a Dice Goblin that was not purchased by one of us recently. So
Nice.
whoever it was, if it was you're watching, thank you. We appreciate it. All proceeds go to help the Bums of Greenest and the NAT30s do our thing. We have a promo code for patrons, so there's always a sale on the TeePublic if you're a patron, as well as the Etsy shop.
Yes. And we had hoped to have 6 bums tonight. We have 5. We're going to try again for next week, but one day the bums will be reunited. So for those of you who are wondering, because we made a big deal out of it last week, we're going to keep trying. We're going to keep
Well,
trying.
like I said, I think the best course of action there is that someone of the blonde persuasion just shows up and literally drags a different blonde out of the house. That's the only way I think we're going to effectively fulfill that promise.
Well,
Or
we'll
we
work
just
on it.
pack everything up into my shitbox truck
And just set
and
up
go
there.
in the driveway.
Oh my god.
And we
When
just
it gets warmer.
get a loudspeaker. Just just
Do we set up the
everything
canopy?
you say. Yep.
Bring the game
Bring
to
this
her.
heater. That heater's portable.
It's actually not a bad idea.
Break the game
Just
to her.
start.
We're going to keep trying.
Yeah.
We won't give up.
Won't
Could she
escape.
zoom in or something?
We literally know where you live.
Actually, I don't, but
Neither do I, but
one of
she
us does. 2 of us.
Multiple.
The ladies do.
Yeah.
All right, so we are going to transition to our intro, and please continue to enter into the giveaway, and we'll see you in a moment. So. Oh, let me go back to where I was.
Things
at.
are real different.
Well,
bit,
playing
little
Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, you used to be a nerd.
Yeah, back
So
then.
different.
I showed my dad this year. He's like, "Wow, look at that table. What are you guys doing here?" I'm like, "Play Dungeons and Dragons." He's like, "Huh?"
Why couldn't you just cook meth like a goddamn normal weirdo?
So.
Whoops.
Now that we're back. And we're back. We don't cook meth. And yet.
Sorry,
Yet. We're all
Drooling out Cabbage Patch Kids.
All right, hold on just 1 second as I'm figuring out whether to do the, yeah, okay, I'm going to do this. When we last left the Bums of Greenest, you had journeyed through the sea of moving ice on the longship called the Frost Skimmer, helmed by Captain LaRusta Halfface and his crew. After a handful of days, and with a little bit of luck, you were able, and my misunderstanding about how to DM this particular section of the story, you were able to locate the giant iceberg, matching the description of the one that Macath the Crimson, your current quarry, went missing near. Your mission to bring back the sorceress or the documents from her studies, or both if you get lucky, ever closer. Rounding the bend, you came across a 60-foot wide area littered with bones and clearly being used as a landing for the local ice hunter boats. Investigation of the bones found them belonging to creatures as big as whales and as small as humanoids, all bearing similar cuts, matching what one would expect to see from a large-toothed creature, most likely a dragon. Taking along a crew member named Noralia to help with interpretation, you ascended some hand-carved ice stairs to the top of a plateau where you were cautiously greeted by an ice hunter tribe. They informed you that the berg was called Oyaviggaton and that you were not welcome. They claimed not to know of any red-skinned humanoids and that the Old White Death had been killed by ice giants over a year ago, hence the bones in the landing area. Zan noticed tribesfolk entering into the largest of the yurts within the village, but no hostile movements were made by either party. When it was clear that the alternative facts were not working, the chieftain of the tribe, Barking Seal, offered a deal.
Fake news.
Defeat their greatest hunter, a half-orc named Urdknot, and you would be welcomed as part of the tribe. Lose, and you would have to leave forever and give them some steel gifts on the way up. But no magic, no aid. The fight was one-on-one with fists and weapons, and Zan stepped forward. An impressive duel took place with the entire tribe and the Bums of Greenest watching from the sidelines. At one point, Urdknot was helped to his feet by Barking Seal, which Arik thought was sus, but couldn't prove anything fishy happened. And as the final blows were dealt, Abaddon saw Zan fall. But focusing her magic, she reached towards the weave and tugged ever so slightly, enough to cause Urdknot's spear to miss and Zan's sword to make contact, with no one the wiser. The tribe kept their word, and the people went through the motions of welcoming the Bums to the tribe. The tribe's, Bone Carver, the tribe's shaman, offered you all, a tangy delicacy of rotted shark meat, which only a few decided to taste. And while the fish meat itself was safe, the poison within was not.
As poison tends to do.
As Micaiah's eyes rolled back in her head, I'm going to cut off from here. You feel this interesting sensation as the thought crosses your mind. Oh shit, I've been poisoned. And your eyes roll into the back of your head and you just barely hear Arik saying your name and grabbing onto you as everything goes dark. And you find yourself floating in complete darkness, unaware of everything going on around you. And the last thing that you see is your friends looking over at you as you fall. And then the music takes you.
She's a good girl. Loves her mama and loves Jesus in America too. She's a good girl. I'm crazy about Elvis. Loves horses and a boyfriend too. Yeah, yeah. And it's a long day living in a cedar. And there's a freeway running through the yard. And I'm a bad boy, 'cause I don't even miss her. I'm a bad boy for breaking her heart. And I'm free. I'm free falling. And I'm free. I'm free falling. And all the vampires are walking through the valley. They move west down Ventura Boulevard. And all the bad boys are standing in the shadows, while the good girls are home with broken hearts. And I'm free. I'm free falling. And I'm free. I'm free falling. I wanna glide down over Mulholland. I wanna write her name in the sky. I'm gonna free fall out into nothing. I'm gonna leave this world for a while. And I'm free. I'm free falling. And I'm free. I'm free falling. I'm free. I'm free. I'm free. I'm free falling. Yeah, I'm free. I'm free. I'm free. I'm free falling. And I'm also poison. Fuck, I'm poison.
If only poisoning sounded so lovely in real life.
Know the
Should
fuck
have been more
that's,
like, oh fuck, I'm poisoned.
know that that's what's going on in
God
your head, but really,
damn
like
it.
I try to catch you, it's more coming out like,
It sounded like that in my head.
It's like if you slow it down and reverse it.
Yeah, there you go.
that's what it
That's
sounds
what it
like.
sounds like.
Slow it down,
Perfect.
flip it in reverse.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my god.
So as Micaiah falls backwards, Art catching her in his arms, Zan, you recognize the feeling of being poisoned and see the expectant look on Bone Carver's face. Shit, there I am. Okay. And rushed forward, grabbing them by the collar and the arm. The tribal stands up, looking at you. Barking Seal, the chieftain, also stands, and everyone is looking. There's a tense moment. Nora Leah's hands go up as she's speaking in the Uluik language, telling them to, stay calm. You can't understand, but that's what you're assuming. And as you're standing there with your hand on shoulder and on collar, Bone Carver, very quickly looking at all of you, takes one hand and just places it very gently on the one on your collar and speaks their language. Noralia turns and says, he says to just remain calm, and you hear Bonecarver's looking at you directly in the eyes, and he yells something out to the rest of the tribe who have all stepped forward. They all have their weapons, they've stepped forward, and Noralia is like, he's telling them to remain calm, that one of you has fallen ill, and he's going to take care of it. Like, he's yelling this as she is in real time translating. He wants to bring us to his shaman hut, and he's saying that it's just a misunderstanding. They think that we've poisoned them or have something to do with their friend falling ill. It's going to be okay. And you see everybody around is just kind of very tense, staring, and he's looking right in your eyes as he's saying this with your, you've grabbed on. Kind of make an insight check.
I wish you said, be cool. Tell that bitch to be cool.
Be cool, honey bunny.
19.
It's the one that says bad motherfucker.
You see, as Bonecarver is looking at you, like, eyes don't break. There was a moment where he kind of, like, looked over at the others for a second, but then just looking straight at you, and, like, the way that the hand is just gently on yours is, like, in an attempt to gain trust in this moment as you have them. What do you do?
Do they speak common at all?
Bonecarver does not. The only one who seems to speak common is their chieftain, Barking Seal.
Then we'll release his grip,
Sand.
look him straight in the eye, say, lead the way, not breaking eye contact.
So Bonecarver just like kind of takes your hand and gently goes to take it off, and is pointing over and says something in Uluwik, and Noralia looking around at everyone, says he's saying he needs to go see her body, needs we can all bring her to the shaman hut.
Let's go.
He goes over.
Eric's gonna pick up Makai.
So, Barking Seal, the chieftain, comes over, and Bonecarver just says something to her, like, quietly in the language, and her eyes narrow. She looks at all of you, but she just steps back. And Barking Seal brings you across the open area of the village. There's wind whipping through. It is still incredibly cold, especially as you step away from the fire that they had going. And they bring you over to their hut, which you can see, and you are unconscious. I was going to say, you would recognize, but you're not. You're down. You're down.
Your subconscious recognizes it.
As you approach the hut, you can see these totems that are all set out, and bones hanging and everything. You see different creatures represented on the totems. There are seals and whales and bears, and all just different types of animals. And Bonecarver ushers you into the hut.
I'm sorry, Bonecarver is the chief or the witch doctor?
The shaman.
And the chief didn't come with us?
The chief did not. You saw Bonecarver say something quietly to the chief, and the chief looking very, like, not happy about it, but just stepped back.
And the chief's name is
Barking Seal.
Barking Seal.
Yes.
And the shaman here is the one that Zan grabbed?
Yes.
Okay.
So you head into, and Noralia has followed you at this point. You head into this hut. It is warm and comfortable, but there's a lot of stuff all around. It is, what you would picture in your head of somebody who deals in medicines and elixirs. There's all kinds of things all over, and lots of furs and ropes, and it's very unique.
furs and ropes, you say?
Furs and ropes hanging.
Ark's gonna make an insight check on those ropes.
They are cheap. No.
Way cheaper than ours.
They are well worn.
Kat wants to know if your hair is warm. So,
What is she talking about?
Just saying,
Who's
why'd you look
not
at
any
me?
warmer or
Why-
less
Who's
warm.
here?
Why'd you look at me?
You know,
That's
any
so
other day.
sus. Why'd you look at me when you said that, DM?
What hair?
Super sus.
Can we all pitch in a little money so he goes to work extra warm tomorrow?
You think that
Imagine.
I won't
I know you will.
for monetary gain?
You won't. You got a truck to fix.
I got a transmission to fix, pal.
So as you step into,
Pass the can around. Sorry.
as you are walking, actually, Zan, you would notice this, and if Adanya were here, she also would notice. So
I wasn't sure if that was a cue. The door was going to open.
Right?
Oh, that would have been amazing.
Talk about
Damn
a
it, now you
swerve.
just brought my hope up when you said that.
I know, right?
Oh, why did you rush to me?
You notice as you are walking through, I mean, the rest of you are all focused, but Zan, you know, you're always got your eyes around. You see that there is evidence of a lot of food being prepped here. Like, as you're looking around, you can see piles of seals and food being prepped. There's things all around that, like, very quickly in your mind, you're like, there's more food here than these people need. So, that crosses your mind as you head into the hut. So you come in, and Bone Carver gestures for you to place Micaiah down, and just kind of like looks her over momentarily, just making sure that there was no immediate damage done, but then looking over at Nora Leah, like says something and gestures for everybody to sit, like makes a motion for everyone to sit down, and goes over and makes sure that the flap on their yurt is closed. And Nora Leah looks at you all and is like, he wants us to sit down, calm down. I think he wants to talk.
You're snoozing.
Urdknot no longer being high. Will not sit.
So Bone Carver goes over and just kind of sits down near Micaiah, but does not do anything else. Just looks at all of you, but then back to Norlia as he begins to speak.
Ark's gonna be really close to Micaiah. Excuse me.
Zan's sitting straight across.
Noralia is translating, like, in between his breaks as he's talking to her, looking at you. He keeps making eye contact with her to make sure that she's keeping up and, like, nodding, and she's nodding. And she says, he says that these folks came to this plateau, this iceberg, generations ago, not realizing that it's the home of the Old White Death. And normally probably would have been wiped out, but it sounds like Old White Death wanted some servants and some folks to not only guard the lair, but to get food for them. So that's what they've been forced to do, and unfortunately, anybody who tried to escape, well, those would be the folks that we saw when we first came up here, frozen in ice. Says that the Old White Death uses them as scouts out on the ice. They have to report everything back so that he knows what's going on out there. They've stayed because, well, white dragons are pretty solid hunters. And they all would probably be wiped out within a day leaving, so they have no real choice. He says, a while back, this horned lady, and that when Bonecover says that, he actually points over at Abaddon, showed up, and, well, those would be the other folks that were frozen in ice when we came through as well. Just kind of took her and went down into the caves. Lots of ice caves down there. Says there's ice toads, ice trolls, little dragon people, and probably that if you didn't eat her, that horned lady. So he gets quiet. The shaman gets quiet for a moment and like looks down, just kind of looking at Micaiah's still unconscious body. He places his hand on her forehead for a moment.
Urdknot taps his hand with his sword.
Okay.
Like he draws his sword and puts it on the shaman's hand as it's on Micaiah's head.
Good. He takes his hand away, looks up at you all, and begins talking again. And Noralia says, yeah, he says everyone else is resigned to this fate, but he doesn't want it to be this way. Just, he can't get anybody else to rise up for fear of completely annihilating the entire tribe. So, he's willing to share information about what's going on underneath this iceberg if you all want to go down there.
Urdknot resheathes his sword, and I'm going to touch Micaiah and cast Lesser Restoration, so she's no longer poisoned.
Okay.
We've talked long enough.
I'm gonna have you roll. Roll an Arcana check.
20, you rolled me a 20 earlier. 17.
Okay. As you reach down and place your hands on where Bonecarver's hand was, this radiant energy comes out from your fingertips, and then Micaiah, your eyes just kind of like flutter open. You are lying not face down, back down, face up, on a not a cold floor. You were put on some furs and stuff. The inside is warm in this area. There's a little bit of like not a coal fire. They would have oil and fatty burning stuff, but there's a little fire in there, and your eyes like flutter open, and everyone's sitting around you. And Bonecarver actually helps you to sit up. You feel very woozy.
Nobody
happened?
Nobody said back down face. I was like, back down face up. That's the way we like to.
Where's
Like,
my car
nobody-
back?
I was
I
like,
tried to make sure I did not say
This is
that.
a serious moment. I was just poisoned, all
There
right?
are no serious moments in D&D
That's true.
at this table.
This is true.
If it is serious, I will make it silly.
High five to that.
Alright, gonna help Micaiah.
What happened?
Are you? Do you feel okay? Do you feel all right?
I don't know. Do I feel okay?
You feel
How good do I feel?
you feel still like a little dizzy, but definitely much better than.
I feel a bit woozy, but much better. I'm awake now.
It's good.
Translate my words so that you can understand.
Noralia just nods.
I understand why you did what you did. New people, fear of death. But you know the end when working with the Great White Death. I see the food outside here. There is not enough for both the dragon and your people. If your people will not stand to fight against it just on principle, then perhaps their self-preservation Tell them you cannot keep up at this pace. We are here to find the horned one that you speak of. But we know that the Great White Death is not going to let us out without a fight.
Makaya's gonna just touch his arm. Like, since he seems like he's trying to persuade him, she's gonna give him guidance.
Kaya's hand reaches up, touches your arm.
Though you do not know us, perhaps we can help each other. Eventually your people will lose any kind of purpose to the dragon.
What he said. All
This-
of that.
This may be your only chance to finally break free of its grasp. But we need you to get that point across to your people.
Norlia translates this entirely. She's just kind of like looking at all of you, and she like you can see in her mind, she's like, "I'm not going anywhere with you motherfuckers." Like, I got my 50 going. But she just like is sitting there tense, like looking at you. You can make a persuasion check.
With guidance.
Thinking.
Oh, I'm gonna need that guidance. Oh, it's not too bad. 15.
Okay.
With the guidance.
So, Bone Carver, looking back at Norlia, Norlia speaks for him, saying, he says he agrees. He's tried already. They don't think that they're strong enough, but apparently he's willing to share what he knows about how things are down there. You actually see him gesture over, and you can see this like pile of furs with ropes attached, and he motions over there, and she says he actually says that right here in his hut is an entrance down into the caves. The other one's in the main yurt over there, but he doesn't know that he would be able to convince them to let you in there.
He says the main hut. We saw people going in there when we first arrived. Is it safe to say that the White Death knows that travelers have come?
Norlia translates that, and then Bone Carver begins speaking. There's like a slight nod, and Norlia says, he says that maybe there's the dragon has folks down there. Depends on if he's here or not, but at least the little dragon people, and then the trolls, and probably the ice toads know.
Are any of his people down
Bone Carver nods, and he says, so they put people down there when they get sick to kind of like keep them away in case they're not going to make it and want to spread the disease. So there is somebody down there working out a little something, illness, but the trolls and the others down there are instructed not to harm anybody, but if you die down there, then you're free game. That's what I'm getting.
And what is his chief expecting is happening in this hut right now? Prepping us for dinner.
Make a persuasion check.
Guiding you.
My guy's on top of everybody right now. She's just like, yo.
So,
D4 could be important.
what's guidance?
Totally.
D4.
Roll a
D4.
D4 and add it.
And add it, yeah.
22.
So Bone Carver looks and Norlia says, he says that she doesn't know. she wasn't part of his plan to try to poison all of us. Didn't work out. But he says that once he realized how strong everyone was, didn't fall for it, fall down, I guess, he thought you might all be the folks that could be strong enough to help them.
Abaddon is gonna walk over to the fur on the ground where he said it was and just start like kind of kicking it a little bit, just trying to like move it, you know.
I thought you were gonna start feeling it.
Petting it.
Yeah, there, as you kind of push the furs over a little bit, this like very cold air starts coming up from underneath, and you can tell that there's a hole down there for sure.
She's gonna just.
It echoes. Abaddon goes over and starts yelling down in the hole. You hear like.
How deep is the hole? Is there like a ladder?
So if you like kind of scooting over and looking down, you can see that there are very rough steps that are carved down, but you can't see, like they go down, but then there's like a mist or a fog that kind of obscures down pretty far.
Does it look like this fog continues as we go down? Like it's gonna get thicker?
It's hard to tell. Yeah, from being that high up. I mean, you know that there's like constantly wind going through.
How big is the space?
The space to get down?
Yeah.
It's probably just big enough for like one person at a time to go down, and the stairs.
When you get inside,
yeah, you stairs that
is it
go
like
straight down.
little inside, or is it just like
No,
open up to a big?
It's like a hole that's covered, and you start walking down the stairs, and then they start spiraling down.
Oh,
the
I got
hole.
you. Okay.
Yeah.
Micaiah's gonna wild shape into a bat
Okay.
and fly a little bit ahead of everybody.
Okay. Are you going down?
Oh shit!
Boca really steps back for a moment, and then as you wild shape into the bat and you start going down,
She just got poisoned. She just like F all this. Let's go.
you hear Noralia.
Micaiah's like, I'm Batman.
Oh my god, I should have said that. Don't worry, guys. I'm Batman. Just start going down.
That's perfect.
Both
like
looks
mirroring
very
real life.
surprised
It's
as this bat just goes and goes down.
Follow me.
And begins like speaking almost a little bit frantically to Noralia, and is like, she's like, he's saying, and like his words of like, and she's like, yeah, so he's saying it's really cold down there. Gonna want to make sure you're really prepped for that. It's super cold and really slippery too.
Oh, good thing I'm flying.
Very, very slippery down there. And maybe put on some of like, he's willing to give you some furs from in here. Like maybe disguise yourselves a little bit.
Let's get nice
Want that.
cleats.
Resigned. Alright, we'll take an extra set to carry. Just look over him. She does this a lot.
He gives you a little bit of the furs and everything, and then you see.
Hey, roll the ones in there.
Hey, roll
Hey, roll a one.
Are you a non-combatant?
Oh no. So, then he like clears away some of the furs until the ground underneath is more exposed, and he takes this like ground up something like some kind of, not chalk, but something to write with, and begins to like carve into the ice. So I actually have a little map for you.
Oh, nice.
Carves out and says that you are here. This will lead you down. And he knows that this is what it is laid out like, but past this point, he has not been down there. You are here. And he knows what this part is like, but he hasn't been down there in a very long time. So there are rooms. Here is the entrance under his hut. Here is the entrance under the main place. This is where they drop food. The little dragon folks drop food down to the Old White Death and this is another area to go down to where the Old White Death is. It's very, very cold. It's much colder. Like, he hasn't been down there, but
Can a bat survive?
not too long. And then, like, there is a ship. There's, like, a little, like, he draws this very crude kind of ship down there and, like, points and says, and Orleans, like, he says there's a lot of, like, treasure down, like, here. But be careful, this is where they're, like, everything for the dragons there.
Eric's gonna take out his journal real quick and looking at the map.
Yeah,
sketch.
you can keep it.
Oh, okay. I was
So
gonna
that
say
you-
he's gonna.
If you said
sketch
you sketched it, then you get to keep it.
Oh, nice.
Hey, nice.
There we go. Cool.
Um,
It's a good thing.
Good job, fancy
Urdknot-
pants.
Good thing Urdknot gave me that journal. Ryan. Rain.
so he's able to equip you with a little bit of furs, but nothing for your feet, unfortunately. And just again warns you. And Norlia says he says he's gonna go talk to Barking Seal and see where he can get. Obviously, if you fail, he's going to pretend that you overtook him and went down into to save his people, because the dragon might be mad if he sent folks down there. He says also, watch out, the ice toads are smarter than they seem, but also pretty kind of cowardly. He thinks maybe they would go either way depending on who's winning in a fight. The little dragon folks are very loyal to the dragon, and the trolls, you know, they're trolls. I don't know what that means. I haven't really come across trolls myself, but, you know, out on the water. But there are some scrags out there, like the ice trolls. That's probably what he's talking about, but we usually just run.
I'm afraid of no trolls.
So, rolled a one said. I leave for a bit and Arik turns into a Wookiee. Nice. So Micaiah, as you like turn into a bat, head down, you see you're like kind of following the stairway a little bit.
You were
as it
looking at me
spirals
with
down.
that look like I had rolled an actual one. Like a nat one. She was looking at me like, I was like, fuck.
What did I do?
I
One
was
It's
step
almost
in
like
the
a
cave and you
chute.
slip.
That creates this like steep icy stairs, and they are roughly carved in. As you go down, you start to notice though that the steps are getting a little bit smoother. It's almost like maybe they're not used all that often, and you start to see that there's like a frost on the steps as it goes down. You head further.
Is this just Micaiah?
Just
Fine.
Micaiah, yeah.
It's half a mile down there. We haven't even stepped in the cave yet.
Oh, you're gonna turn a little batsicle.
I'm gonna give you this for free. You are getting cold as a bat.
Okay.
Like you were heading down and you were like, "Ooh, this is
I
fucking
am
cold."
turning into a polar bear.
Okay. So just become a big polar bear and start heading down. I will say. So you're just heading on?
It's just like,
You're just
Yep.
heading down. Okay.
There I am.
So you
Bye,
all
guys.
hear Micaiah, like, it was a bat, and then you hear this, like, noise, and you're like, oh, that's their bear shape. And Micaiah has headed down into the hole.
Yep.
So,
Quick, guys, we gotta go.
I was kind of like, all right, like go down the rope.
Put it on the fire pole.
Wait.
Yeah, I'll scream to Micaiah down the hall. Hold up!
okay.
Now you can understand me.
So much for the element of surprise.
There's no surprise when the buns are closed.
So you start heading down into, so everybody goes down. Nora Leah is standing there and she's like, so I'm not going
Yes,
with you all.
yes. You do not need to come
Yeah,
with us.
you paid me my 50 gold. I appreciate that.
Yes, we paid you for translation.
Yeah. I'm gonna head back. She goes, like, looks directly at Arik. She's like, good luck to you. And as she says that, you can see her eyes, like, she's looking at you, and you're probably both thinking of the card with your face on it and frosty snow all around as you're heading down into a cavern, a chute. And she just comes over and, like, kind of squeezes your arm, which you barely feel because you're wearing so much furs and stuff, but she's just a little fur, and she's like, you're gonna be fine.
If I don't, remember me well. Name your first child, Arik, I'll be happy.
She looks
He
down.
says it with a smile.
She looks down at herself, looks at her, she's like, this like 60-year-old woman is like,
Oh, I didn't know she was that old. Oh,
just
whoa,
laughs, she's
okay.
like,
Alright.
She your first
squeezes your arm,
child?
and she's like, all right, good luck.
Whoops, I thought she was like in her like
no,
30s
she's
or
like
something.
in her, she's middle aged.
I never asked her age once.
She's like silver hair, like silvery white. No, she's been on the ice for a while.
She's a strong woman. Who knows?
So then Arik definitely
Maybe
says
she
it
is only
with
30, but she looks like she's 60. She's been out for a
all
while.
that salt, just dried her out like leather.
Are
Arik
we
definitely.
still streaming, or did I just lose the connection?
It's just you.
Okay.
So,
So Arik definitely says that with like a fun, joking smile. Then, if he had known that she was that old.
That's
Yeah.
better beam then.
so you all just kind of look at the Bone
I'll take
Carver, who
those.
looks,
Yeah.
he looks very surprised, but also like, and nervous for you. Like, his expression is not hard to read. He's just like, well, shit, I was not expecting for them to go right down there. They're going right down there. Okay, like he's like prepping stuff, and just kind of nods as you all head down into the chute.
You guys were talking too much.
So as you head down, it's sort of bright. There's light from the hut, the lighting that's inside of the shaman's hut as you head down. But then very quickly he takes the furs and just kind of covers over. Let me see a second. Okay. And it is a tight spiral, like going down.
Are the
About
stairs like really
Cut
cut out
hard.
like now? Or
They
are they like
are-
getting smooth? Like
they are to start. Like
Yeah.
at first you're going down and you can tell you're still kind of like being cautious because you're surrounded by ice. They are carved into the ice. But then as you hit about the like 40 feet down, it starts to smooth out. It's kind of like, okay, these steps have not been used all that often. Micaiah is down further.
is it sleddable?
It is not. It
I
goes
don't
in
have
a
an
spiral.
extra shield for
That
you.
would be funny.
Slow down.
Yeah, it goes in a spiral, so you
That'd be
would
hilarious.
and you can't see the bottom necessarily.
Can you just go down on your bum?
So I'm gonna have everybody
The
make
bums
a
just slide down on
um,
your bum. You ever do that when you were a kid?
I
make
do
an
that all the
acrobatics
time.
check as you are
Slide
heading
down the stairs on your
down,
butt?
and the stairs are starting to smooth out. But not you.
Would
Yeah.
Dan be okay because of his boots let him ignore difficult terrain created by snow and ice? I know it's a little bit different because it's slipping, but
There is a dice jail.
I'm gonna
about
say you can make an
You're on
advantage.
probation.
Because
You
you're
wanna
still
roll
going
there? 'Cause-
slow. I mean, you don't have to necessarily go slow. This is more about maintaining your footing on the...
Nice, there you go. Good thing for that advantage, huh?
You're good.
27.
Okay,
First one was
27.
4.
I got 8.
Okay,
13.
all right.
19.
Okay. As you are heading down, you're all going very slowly, and suddenly, unfortunately, Abaddon, as you're going, what's the marching order, by the way? I mean,
think
Micaiah's
she-
already
She jumped in first.
Oh yeah.
Right
I
after
did. I
Micaiah.
called
So
down right
Micaiah,
away. So
you're
I
going
was
down
first.
Who's after Micaiah? I mean, sorry, Abaddon.
Zan would have went last just to
I
give
would
that
go
last
after
look at
Abaddon.
Bone Carver.
Okay,
Gotta watch the children.
Yep.
all right.
Then,
So,
I guess.
Abaddon, you slip and you start heading towards the open chasm to fall.
Can I try to grab her?
You can make a This is gonna be a dexterity saving throw.
Jesus, die this first right away. Just
Damn it!
10.
Killed by clumsiness.
Can you meta magic again?
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Oh yeah, I forgot we
Oh
had
yeah, you
inspiration.
have tons of inspiration
I
here.
I don't know how
forgot
much I
that.
have.
Paul.
I
There,
just,
no,
No,
everyone
we
has
have
this
group.
Look at
cool.
all of these.
Well, do we have
All of
personal
those are-
inspiration too, or no?
No.
Not anymore.
One, not unless somebody says they specifically wanted you to have it, but I don't remember. Oh, sorry, somebody is messaging.
12.
Do you want to use another D4? No, this is, you can add D4.
Oh,
All of those are-
simply add, not roll.
No, roll a D4,
Oh, okay.
but you have all of these you can use.
I'll use 2 because that is not a
All right,
confident
you can
answer.
take 2 and put them back in the thingy. I'm just saying, like, she's like,
So what did I say?
12.
12.
15.
Okay. With a 15, I would say. It's precarious for a moment. There's kind of like a, and then finally this
Oh my god.
Urdknot grabs on and is like, lifts you back up. And you are okay for now.
For now, she says. For now.
Save me!
Give a hug.
If I miss, you hear the goofy.
You probably fall on my back.
So you, Micaiah, you've made it all the way down, and this chute goes all the way down to about, it ends at the top of a wider cavern.
Okay.
It comes down, and then you're at the top of these stairs, and then there's a ladder that descends. So,
So I cannot be a polar bear. Okay.
I mean, you can
Sure.
just be
you
amusing.
can, you could continue.
I mean,
Those Pepsi Bears did amazing things.
It's only about maybe like a 10-15
Coke.
foot.
oh, okay.
Like Coke Bears? Coke Bears. That sounds worse than Pepsi Bears.
It does. Doesn't sound right.
Sounds like more fun.
It sounds like more fun.
So you all
Yeah,
continue
exactly.
down.
Coked up bear versus the dragon.
Yeah, right? Oh my god. Imagine.
And as you reach the ladder, you see Micaiah. You are all standing in this wide cavern. It is. I gotta pull up the map here.
Got me in a hand.
Got me in the face.
So are these like raised ice, like a raised
Can I ask you
ice?
a question? Did you have all this planned and then I just jumped in and screwed everything up? Okay, good.
So is this? So these lines are like a
thought she had
raised
this
ice path, and the rest of it is like bottom.
No, so as you come down
Looks like
the
screws and
ladder,
apples.
each of you, and you're standing in this cavern. It's roughly like a diamond-shaped cavern, but you come down in the middle of it, like in the center, and it is about 30 feet on either. It's a 60-foot wide, open, and pretty much empty except for some baskets that are all strewn around. And then directly in front of you, you see a large tunnel. So,
So where are we? We just came down from here, right?
yes. And so that line is the tunnel. Like,
This line here.
yeah. The line
This
leading
long
out.
line or this little beady line?
Well, all
straight
you
line,
can
right?
see is that you're in that room. So you're looking, and that line leading out is
Yeah.
a large tunnel. So,
Oh, I see.
And that's the only.
Oh,
only
okay.
way
and that's the only way
Oh.
out that you see. So,
Alright, so these are tunnels then. Right?
yeah. So
Sorry,
look-
I thought there was like you said open cavern. I thought that these were like raised platforms, and these were like
No, you're
You know.
standing in an open.
This is a
cavernous
big
room.
thing.
It's a huge room. You can see that there are all around. It is dimly lit by these. Be right back.
BRB.
Dimly lit by these like whale oil lamps that are all around, and they appear to be like in various levels of full in terms of the oil. So that gives you the impression that like they're constantly being refilled and maintained. As you headed down that chute, you all felt, except for the polar bear, you all felt the difference in temperature. It is probably about 20 degrees Fahrenheit in this cavern.
I'm
But
sorry, how many degrees?
20
degrees
degrees
cooler.
Fahrenheit.
Oh, 20 degrees.
You feel it, but not. It's not hurting you. Like, I mean, it hurts with your whatever pieces are.
So is it like in Zelda when you get in the cold region and you're just like,
Yeah,
just a little like.
Where are we? We're a place where the cold hurts my face.
yeah.
Got it.
I think
So
And-
you'd be feeling it more if we didn't get those extra furs.
Possibly.
From
Yeah.
Bone Carver there.
I think Zin is starting to sweat with the extra furs on because his boots can handle up to -50.
Oh,
So
yeah.
he's like starting to bead a little bit.
if we were to grab one of these whale fat lantern things and just bring it with us, does that like kind of like warm our little area a little bit?
They're more for light. So I mean, each one of you could have one, and maybe it would help your hand.
Cuba, how many BTUs does that thing cook? And this isn't a giant ice cave. I don't think a little oil lamp is gonna warm us.
Warm the hands.
And Urdknot would be giving away any element of surprise we might have.
We gave away the element of surprise.
I'm a
long
polar
ago.
bear, so
I mean, you fit in more. You fit in right now more than the rest of us. No,
I guess so.
I mean, plus they already know we're coming.
Yeah.
they don't.
There's a good possibility that they know we're coming. The Shawshank or whatever the hell.
Leave
it
it
is.
to the one.
Shawshank.
Leave it to the one that
Shaman.
has disadvantage on stealth.
Yeah. So as you're standing in the
Shawshank.
in this room, you see over in
Maybe
the
the
northern
Fae already
corner
told
of
me
the
to come.
room there are like piles of baskets. There are whale ribs and then there's like that rotting the rotting shark meat that looks very similar to what you had up above. But otherwise it is quiet, and you
Is
can
it just
see
down
a
here
little.
aging, or is it like somebody's meal that was unfinished?
There's just piles of stuff in that northern corner from what you can see, along the northern wall. You do see every once in a while just a little bit of a fog that rolls through and then, goes back out of the room. And yeah, other than that, it is quiet.
Do we see Annie yet, or
Yeah, you're all in the same room.
Micaiah?
My name is not Anne.
Yeah, I don't know who I'm
Right.
talking about. It's cold.
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Just hallucinating.
So,
So we've got to pick a direction.
well, technically you haven't left the room, so you only have one exit.
Let's go, guys.
There's a ladder, you said?
You came down the ladder. The stairs ended at the top of the big wide
So she
like
just
ceiling.
jumped down the ladder?
Yeah, she jumped down. She's
Okay.
a bear. She's fine. She just
They're not
jumped down.
cats, so I don't know if they can land on their feet.
I mean,
See,
I got
it's
big
a
ass
bear, they don't
paws.
care.
So like me.
That's only 15
I'm a
feet.
polar bear. I
Are
can
you going to tell a bear not to jump?
If it was higher, it might have been a problem. It was only like 10, 15 feet.
Okay.
So,
Do we want to go
yeah.
quiet and slow? See what comes.
Go slow, I make no guarantee of quiet.
You actually realize as you start walking through, you have no choice but to go slow. The floors inside of this iceberg are worn smooth, like glass smooth. So you have to walk slowly as you are going through here, except for you. And you as a polar bear,
He's like
You
that
are-
fucking Legolas.
He's
Like when
just
they're
like
on the mountain, he's just like
striding
walking on top of
through.
the fucking snow.
not even making a.
Can I jump on top of Makai's back?
You sure can.
Yeah, you can.
That's an excellent idea.
You're
You're
more
right on
short-footed than I am, for
Sure am.
Yeah,
Makai's
but
just gonna bow down, her head down.
it is rough terrain. You have to go half your speed here, except for these two.
If you don't see the fog,
I mean, she's
can
pretty
you say
light,
you
so-
missed it.
I don't think you'll hold me back too much. Just hold on to my fur.
Hold on tight.
Don't pull too much out, okay?
That's what she said.
Okay, sorry, I'm just answering a question from inside
She
the
could
house.
probably bear Abaddon's weight.
We missed it. Don't forget to
Was
enter
that roll
into
the
the
one that
giveaway.
put that, or
Yeah, it's
you?
roll the one.
Roll
Oh.
one. I'm not
I didn't know
that
if you
clever.
came up with that
No.
But I knew the second choice. It was either you or.
It's a fair point.
And as
Right?
you're standing in this cavern, like it is, the ceilings are very, very tall. It's at least 15 feet wide across like all of the tunnel leading out that you see. The ceilings are about 20 feet high. So it was like 20 feet, but whatever. Fuck your fucking. And as you're standing there and you're looking at these whale oil lamps on the walls, you see that there are a bunch of intricate carvings all along the walls, especially as you're heading towards the tunnel that is leading out of this particular chamber. It's all dragon iconography. And one thing that you notice is that it's in varying levels of skill. Like some of them are really, really good, these dragons with, ice coming out of their mouths, and then others are like almost like crudely drawn, like a little kid. Like it's all dragons and dragon faces and buttresses and all of this stuff. Buttresses. And yeah.
Do they seem like cautionary at all?
No,
Or
more
like-
reverent.
Oh,
Like
we love dragons.
we love dragons.
Abaddon's getting into it.
I love dragons.
She's like, wow.
Dragons are so cool.
She's like, Micaiah, slow down. I want to look at this.
You know what? I want to do a different
She slows down for you.
music.
That's what she's like.
Okay.
How spaced apart are these lanterns? Are they, like, what's the interval of them?
They're probably about like 15, 20 feet.
So they light a pretty much to the next one.
Almost, yeah. I'll say 20 to 30 feet. It's enough that, like, looking around at them,
It's a path to follow.
at least where you're at, you only have one area. You have one exit from this room. So it's lining only on one side, but it's lining the walls.
I'm gonna ask the group while we're walking if anybody has been around any of the shit that the shaman was talking about, like the ice toads and the other stuff.
We don't know what dragon people they're talking about. Could be kobolds, could be lizard folk, maybe.
They said little. I'm thinking it's most likely kobolds. But trolls.
Stabbing me in the eye. Whoa. I know Kung Fu.
I was like, he's gotta know something. He's
Little dragon man.
shifting his bangs.
You fall like a bird.
It's a bird.
This is evil
The
art.
bird is the beauty. Does
Hopefully,
that
Bird
even?
another
Oh,
hair.
sorry.
What did you say? It's a bird? What?
The burden of the beauty, the hair.
Is this like the evil, like when it covers one eye?
Yes.
hopefully we may be able to avoid them, but if not, like he said, sometimes their people do come down here. We don't know, maybe we could get away with it, but no guarantees.
Are we all wearing the furs to look like these people?
You have a little bit of the furs, yeah. I mean, that's up to you, but you were given enough for...
Are we still near where all that smelly fish stuff was?
You're still in the same chamber. As far as I know, you guys have not left the chamber.
What is it? You said it was like bone. What was it again? It was a
There are baskets that are kind of... There's some that are broken, some that are intact. There's the rotting shark meat, like that delicacy. There are whale bones. It's just kind of like a mess of stuff.
Was this... Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna take that nasty, smelly stuff and put it in one of the baskets that aren't broken.
Okay.
Is this a tribe of all one?
No, not that I want it. It's gonna.
Wait, he's got a basket. He's like,
Yep, with his hair. That's what I'm thinking.
Full of rotten meat.
It's gonna look. No, because it's gonna be our cover.
Oh, yes.
If we get caught down here, Abaddon, we'll be able to explain why.
Just don't
This
get
was
hungry
a
on the way.
multicultural tribe, right? It wasn't all just like humans or
Multiracial, yeah.
all one
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking about grabbing a lamp because I was like, if it's all humans, then they would need lamps to see down here. But if it's a whole bunch of different things, then not everybody would need to see down here. Yeah, fuck it.
That tailed off.
Let's go.
Okay.
Alright, so I've got a basket of smelly shark meat. That's going to be our cover in case we get questions.
And we have a polar bear.
All right. So going down.
How's that smell? Just
I
angry.
think it's good for now.
It's an angry polar bear.
No, it probably reminds her of the poison.
That's what I'm saying. Like, ugh.
So you head through this exit from this main room. You notice that, like, as you go, it starts to slope down as you're heading out. So you do have to go more slowly, at least Urdknot and Arik. You need to go a little bit more slowly as you head down into the corridor. I get to roll. So you exit out, and these tunnels have been carved. There's kind of like scratch marks you can see, but also it's been smoothed in everywhere. Every wall that you come across has the dragon iconography on it, like the carvings, the words, everything. And you exit, and it opens out into this very like circular. It starts to disappear.
That's huge.
But 15, 20 feet. Yeah, 15 feet wide, 20 feet tall, just smooth on the edges. And you can go either way. It is quiet for now, but also a little bit echoey. And in the area that you are, you can see to your right, it kind of begins to slope down a little bit, about 30 feet or so in that direction. But to your left, it continues on and begins to curve and is flat.
Which way do the lamps go?
There are lamps everywhere.
Okay.
Can we hear anything?
Make a perception check.
Oh, you gonna raid? Raided 3 players from
crap.
Pariadox. Thank you, Pariadox.
What was it?
Raid.
Hey, raid! Welcome in, raiders.
It was only, I got a 6.
A 6. Listening, you can hear.
Micaiah fart.
Ooh, bear fart.
Poison farts.
Poison bear.
Poison bear farts.
Yeah, all you can hear at the moment is just the sounds of like little maybe ice falling somewhere. It's just very ambient.
Micaiah, can you smell anything?
Did you just roar at her?
Can you smell like anything? There's a bear. No,
You can smell that meat.
just that meat. That meat. No.
That meat
Did you just say she smells Arik's meat?
Wouldn't be the first time.
that rotted.
That
Ooh.
rotted
There's-
long
Rotten fishy.
There's a lot of fur. I'm sweating. It's not great right now. Thanks. Her senses are already heightened because she's a bear. She can smell coats from like 50 miles away.
If we know that there's... Wait, Eric, let's take a look at the map. If we know... He whips it out. Goes that way.
It's
If
her
we
big bear
know-
paws.
If we know...
I mean, it's impressive that she's doing that with claws.
Just wipes it out of his hand.
Yeah, other
Scratch it.
this way.
The
yeah.
ship is on the bottom.
No, the ship is on the bottom. I had it right.
Oh,
We should be.
I thought we were
Oh.
over there.
No.
We're right,
We came
we're right
this way.
here. We're in this
Right
corridor.
there.
So we are right here. We can go to the right, the roundabout. But this is where they said that they drop off the food and the other kobolds take it. So somewhere in this area must be where the Great White Death is. But our main goal here is to look for Nirnbane, who could be anywhere.
Did they say this was the lair of the Great White Death?
Yes.
I missed that. I've been smoking a lot of seaweed sickness.
That's why it's scary down here.
No.
Did they say there was a
There's
lot
many
of shiny stuff in there?
There's lots of treasure in there. That's most likely where the dragon's hoard is.
Oh, the Lord.
The dragon will probably be close by that area.
Well,
But
we definitely can't go there then.
not right away. But
we'll just
Nirnbane could
Go
be
around the
anywhere.
perimeter.
We're going to have to check everywhere.
We can sneak right past. Plus, maybe we can get a good glimpse inside.
All in due time, child.
Okay, let's go. Zan, can we go that way?
Don't make
Are you
us
so
turn this
eager
party.
to get encased in ice again?
Don't make us turn this party around. All right.
Zan's decision. Zan, can we go that way?
Right?
Okay, we'll
We'll
get
go
there
around.
eventually. But can we go that way right now?
Can we
You're
stop
like,
at
Ben.
Wendy's on the way back?
Junior bacon cheeseburgers, call my name.
Alright, we can go check to the right first. And move forward from there.
Say it louder, boy.
We're going to the right!
Right. This echoes in the chamber.
The great amplifier in the sky is above your head.
Yep. Right.
Alright.
All right.
Avedon will put her head down, but she'll just
Going
stay close to the
opposite
bear.
Way of the way
Fine,
you
I
want
guess
to go.
Just somewhat fine. Fine.
All right.
We'll
So
just think of it as something to look forward to.
you staying on top of how long are you a bear? An hour? Okay.
No, 4 hours.
Oh
What?
So
If I want to be.
well. Okay. So you begin heading down. As you within 15 or so feet of heading in that direction, it begins to slope down again. And everywhere you look, it is smooth ice. Arik and Urdknot, you're slow going.
Is it like
slipping a little
melted
bit.
ice?
It is smooth as glass. Like it has been carved in some places, but
Like a skating rink?
are you proficient in survival?
I think
I am.
Make a survival check.
All right. No.
You're just pissed as
It's
you're
a-
going
it'd
through.
be
Yeah,
an
he's having a hard time.
If
They're
that
just
made
like
a
roll.
difference.
Ice slipping a little bit as you're going, but not able to really think about why that might be.
Fucking frozen water.
The dragon carvings and everything, they're pretty impressive. Like they go up to the ceiling. It's almost like up all around. The ones nearer to the bottom are like a little bit more kind of crude than the ones that are taller, higher up on the walls. But
It's like a 20-foot wall.
20
Yeah.
foot, like, and it's covered. So interesting. And some of it's carved, some of it has been like drawn on with some kind of, almost like that residue that Bone Carver was using to draw your map there. And you continue down. At this point, it gets just slightly colder as you're heading in, and you come across a tunnel that leads off to the right. That's the direction.
That's
Did
their
the music stop because you turned it off, or because
I put this like ice cavern sound, but I don't think you
Oh,
guys
okay.
can really hear it. Maybe I can make it louder.
Do we want to take a break at 6 o'clock?
I have to pee.
It's fine.
I do. I have
So
to
as
pee.
you head
Massively.
into this into this tunnel, it only goes about 10, 12 or so feet, and then it opens up again into a very, very large room. And the visibility here is much shorter. Like normally you can see about 60 feet or so in front of you as you are walking, as like there's mist coming in and fog. But as you move into this chamber, you suddenly see the figure of a giant humanoid standing in the room at about the edge of the distance that you can see. And that is where we will take a break.
Shit.
Let's kill that motherfucker.
If you have not already, please enter into the monthly giveaway. We are going to take a break. It is 6 o'clock, so we'll be back at 6:15. And please enter !ticket to win some BD&D. We might even have like exclusive, able to choose different designs that are not yet on their website kind of thing going on. So anybody who wins tonight might be in for something new. And if you're a repeat winner, you can probably win a mug. So here we go. We are going to go to our break, and we will see you back here soon.
I mean, there's been songs
I
about
like
this.
that song. It's the jelly.
Hello, everybody.
Shit. Was that caught?
No.
Oh, good.
I mean, that part, it's the jelly. Yeah,
It's
but
the
no.
jelly.
So, welcome back, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with us.
Extra jelly.
We are going to do our BD&D giveaway. So,
Weird fruit.
for those of you who are watching, if you have not yet, please enter into the giveaway !ticket. And we are going to choose a winner. That winner will, well, I'm going to contact BD&D and see what the options are, but potentially get a not yet released design from the BD&D folks out in Australia who are, oh my god, I can't believe I said that. New Zealand.
I don't know if there's a rivalry there, but
Yeah,
here's
they
my
might
I'm going to have
cosplay.
to edit that out when I
Wait,
do
what did you say
I
from
heard
Australia.
New Zealand.
I said Australia.
No,
They're from
I heard New
New
Zealand. It was
I heard-
definitely
Yeah.
New Zealand.
Definitely New Zealand. I did not say Australia.
I heard you even said kiwi.
I did.
The short,
And
flightless bird. And the weird fruit.
It's not weird.
Weird.
Yeah.
It's a delicious little
It's
fruit.
weird.
Me,
Who
it's
eats
delicious.
every fruit?
It's weird.
It is
So
so
good.
good.
It's
I love
Do you
it.
So
scoop it?
delicious.
Do you
It's like,
scoop it?
especially
Do you
like
bite
sweet
it?
and sour,
Really,
sour
really
patch.
sour. I love
Didn't
it.
say they weren't delicious. I just said they were weird.
Do you scoop it or
Two
bite
things-
it?
Choose the winner.
Two things can be.
You scoop it out?
Before we get
All right,
I don't
in the
bite it.
chat.
I eat the
I scoop it and then I
Yeah.
eat it.
Are
Like I
kiwis-
cut it up and
are
then
kiwis
I was gonna say,
weird,
I
delicious,
cut
or
it in
both?
half, and then you can eat each half with just a spoon.
yeah, you
You
can do
just
that.
Right.
Go right around.
But
the
I
Yeah,
usually
it's-
scoop
it's-
it out
it's
and then
its
I
own
cut it
cup.
up like an avocado and slice
no,
it.
We're
I
still
just-
talking about the fruit.
just
We're
like
talking
ice
about the bird.
cream.
I eat it like an apple.
So exclamation point ticket. And
Oh, she
fell.
fell.
oh no, don't break it. You can be entered into
Yeah, the
today's
bird. I
giveaway
sliced
for
the bird.
BD&D. I'm going to give it another few seconds because I know that there is a delay
Ice cream
on
scoop.
stream. It's like 15, 20 seconds. So we're going to like give it another couple of seconds here before it gets awkward and then we're going to close out.
I'll eat it, but
All
I'm not a
right.
huge fan.
Don't look at my sword.
There we go.
Nectarines.
Let's close it. We've got 6 folks who have won.
What'd that
I see
sword
some
do?
stars next to people's names, but I don't know what that means. Maybe that means that you're subscribers. I'm not sure.
Gun. Stick in the
Probably.
gun.
Let me see. I'm closing the giveaway. Here we go. We're closing it, and we are going
One or
to
two.
choose a winner. Drawing a winner. The winner is.
Cheese.
Yeah.
So Cheese Cat, I will find out about the. I'll find out about what options there are, and then like, of course, if you're welcome to keep it, you're welcome to donate it if you would like. Your call. But thank you for hanging out with us, for supporting us, for being our mod and our only remote. I guess I'll call you our remote team member. We appreciate you. So thank you. And
So, see?
I like how your
I got
excuse
you.
was a burp.
Cool.
I got you. See, I
now we
know.
have to close this.
No.
I got you. Shit.
So
I don't have myself. I thought it was to eat shit, I'm not gonna lie. The only thing.
I got you.
The only thing, if I didn't have my little fucking grippy seat, it's not a booster seat, it's for my back. I am the same height as everybody else. It's really bad back. But it has like it gives me good grip on my ace. Otherwise, I would
It's
have
like little hands.
gripping my bottom.
Gripping your bum.
I love that if Lance the noise it
You're
made
the
when you
two
sat
bum.
down on it.
I really thought I was gonna fucking lose.
So, as you all entered into the
That was me not sliding down.
the Oyaviggaton caverns, you descended from the stairs, down the ladder into a large cavernous lair, ceilings 20 feet tall and covered in dragon carvings and reverent iconography, and walls approximately 15 or so feet wide. Tunnels, not walls. Tunnels with walls 15 or so feet apart. Exiting the main chamber that you descended from Bone Carver, the shaman's hut, you decided to take a right once you entered into a circular tunnel and headed down, turning again to the right into a larger cavernous room. You see just to the edge of your vision a tall, dark humanoid figure, about 60 feet or so. It's hard to see, so just dimly visible at the edge of your sight. And that is where we left off.
I'm assuming Zan's in the lead, right?
Oh, I think. Are we still?
Oh, I'm
Or
sorry.
are you in the back?
It might have been
Or-
it might have been you too. Actually, now that I think about
So as the polar bear heads in, you kind of stop for a moment, just surveying the room. But there is a
Beep.
back up slightly. A little mist kind of rolling through from behind you, even as it comes in.
It's the
It's
noises.
ice cavern.
It's the ambient noises.
It's ice cavern.
Sounds like a coffee grinder.
It sounds like something with back there, right?
Give me jerky.
Uh,
Hey, guys, did you see that out there?
What?
Stage whisper.
Did you guys see that? Did you guys see
just
that out there?
fireball that fucking thing.
Did you learn how to
Bears,
speak
bears,
common
bears
as
can't
bears?
speak common.
Yeah.
Bears can't
Might
speak
have been a
common.
little bit of a metagame, but I mean, it's an ice cavern, just fucking fireball it, man. What the hell are you waiting for?
As you're all standing there, you notice that there is there has been no movement thus far.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Should we go in and look?
Should we go in and look?
You can all make
I
a
whisper.
stealth check for me, by the way.
Fuck.
Yeah, you.
How do I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
my stuff? I can look it up, right?
Polar
I
bear.
know my polar
Let's
bear
see.
stealth.
Hold on.
Nice.
I got it.
You got it?
Oh fuck. Oh good, I'm on you though.
Fuel do not have
Yeah,
disadvantage on
So I
stealth.
don't know how that
now,
works,
huh?
actually. Because she's on top of me, so...
You're like, I like this
For
feeling.
you, that's gonna
Disadvantage.
be yeah. No, it's not disadvantage, but you have a -2.
Okay. Just a -2, period. Okay. What's that say?
17.
Nice.
-2, so
Oh,
15.
okay.
Not bad for
16.
a polar bear with a
15.
I'm sorry.
27.
No,
tiefling on
that
top.
was a 15 for me.
Abaddon and the
It's so funny.
Teen!
Ah!
you hear?
1750. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, but
you're
Abaddon
on
is
me.
like, back up, back up! In the room as you're like, and you go back. So the rest of you all get quiet and just stay still
Ding
for a
dongs.
moment. You're like,
I'm all quiet. The polar bear's freaking quiet. Jesus. Leave it to Abaddon.
So what do you do?
It's a silent cat.
I don't know. I thought you were gonna say roll initiative.
We'll check it out.
Oh, I say we run.
Run where? I mean, I'm not there. I mean, I'm there, but I can't.
Like,
Remember, we're here looking for someone.
We have to check every room.
Would they be in
If,
there?
if you want, I can go on a little bit ahead, see if I can get a better look. If you want to stay back,
It could be a statue.
I understand.
Jerky could be that.
I understand.
Drop.
I understand your reservation, Micaiah.
Drop.
I was gonna scratch her behind the ears. It's okay.
We have to check.
Alright, you're heading forward.
Stay close to the walls and move slow.
Alright, are you going left or right?
Xana's gonna go to the left side.
I'm staying on this bear.
So the rest of you staying in the tunnels and like looking out and listening from behind you, you head forward. Make another stealth check.
29.
Damn.
Okay.
He's just walking on wind.
So heading in and
Abaddon's
hugging the
wind.
sides. There's still carvings on these walls, so as you kind of like hug the sides and head to the left there. You said left.
Left side.
Okay. As you get closer, at about 60 feet is the edge of your vision. As you start getting closer and closer to this figure, you begin to see about 45 feet. You step forward 15 or so feet closer, and you see a frost giant standing in the middle of the room, just standing there.
We know these guys.
You're about 45 feet away.
Xan will go about another 25, 30 feet closer to get a better look.
Okay. As you inch forwards, slowly, all the rest of you with your like breath held in that tunnel, at about 30 or so feet, you begin to recognize that this is a frost, definitely a frost giant, standing there perfectly still and frozen in ice and dead. His eyes open, facing forward, and dead.
Is it frost giants or cloud giants? The ones on the castle.
It was
Cloud.
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 Oh, okay. I was like, we know them. I was like, no, wait, do we know them?
You can see as you inch a little bit closer, feeling more confident and seeing the state. The armor is all torn. There are claw marks across the chest. The blue skin has, frozen kind of blood smears, and it's just standing there. And as you then look around, and the frost and the mist begins to kind of settle, you see a total of about 8 giants
All
standing
frozen.
in the ice. Actually, no, more than that. 8 of them are frost giants, and as you make your way through this display, this like museum room, you see a fire giant and also a cloud giant.
right?
And
Does
At-
the cloud giant look familiar? It's not
Lagothic.
Bulgloth. See,
Lagothic.
Wow,
We
you
butchered
did that
it
really
so
good.
I had to practice. I
All the
brought them.
names, and he doesn't butcher that one.
It's because we keep messing it up that I always second guess
God.
myself. I'm like Blagacus? No, that's
Gonna
not
always
it.
be
Lagapus.
Lagapus with me.
I actually had to write it phonetically, like the way I would spell it, like all stupidly, and I had to put it on a big like thing in the back. So every time we said it online back in the day, Blogothcus.
Lagothic.
Yes.
So make a
Fucking nailed it.
perception check.
Oh.
Ooh, 27. That's a natural 30.
Nice.
Woo!
You step over and in front of what you recognize as being a cloud giant. More of like there's still that bluish kind of hue to the skin, but it's also got a little bit of a gray color. Again, torn claw marks. You do not recognize this individual, but as you're sitting there staring up at the face with that roll, you also, out of the corner of your eye, catch some movement, and you look over and you can see like a handful of kobolds. And they're just kind of polishing the ice in the room and polishing the walls and everything. And with that roll, they don't see you, but they're just like there.
So Zan will just take one last look around the room, see if anything looks noticeably like, hey, look at me, you know, like any neon like exclamation points above my head when I look at anything before he heads back.
Yeah, looking around, you do see that there are still those whale oil lamps up in the room, lighting things up. The kobolds seem busy and almost proud of their work as they're polishing the ice, and you see someone like chipping away at a little bit on the side. They're in the back a little bit more right now. One of them is polishing one of the giants that is encapsulated in the ice, and yeah, you are able to. There's nothing else. This is like a trophy room of sorts. And just these 20-foot tall with their heads just about touching the ceiling. It's actually a little bit taller. It's about 30 or so feet up in this room. Just all these different types of giants, or 3 different types. And slipping back out to your crew.
Cat wants to know if they have a Zamboni.
Zamboni?
To clean the ice.
A Zanboni?
Zamboni.
Not a Zamboni, a Zanboni.
Oh, nailed it. I think you just took the title from Roll the One on that one.
We did.
Oh, Zamboni. It took me a second. I'm like,
Roll the One's gonna have to come
it's
real
one of those
hard
things
after
on
that.
the right. I mean, sure, why not?
It appears it's the dragon's trophy room. It's a room full of frozen giants, cloud giants, frost giants, ice giants.
Oh, good.
Doesn't bode well.
Just keep a sharp eye. Keep moving slow. And if we do have a confrontation, I saw some kobolds in there. Try not to fight, and if we do, I know it sounds strange, but we should still remember as a dragon, can't go all out right off the bat.
That's a fact I am not forgetting.
You mean save your strength and your abilities for when it counts.
Alright.
Just the polar bear. Shapes.
Polar bear sounds like a cute puppy.
So you heading back out into the main circular tunnel?
Mhm.
Which direction are you going?
Probably continue in the same way we
continue
were
to the
before.
right.
All right, as you
It's half it done. It's like, but the treasure.
Sparkle.
look back that way.
They're shiny. The whole place is shiny. It's all ice.
Yeah, it's beautiful, glittering.
Nature's
I know
diamonds.
there's gems.
Abaddon, it's like we are in a giant diamond.
There you go.
Water diamonds.
She'll lick the wall.
Starts like taking pieces of ice, like stuff in her pockets. Maybe this is a diamond.
Just melts. Just wet pockets.
So you continue heading to the right, and when you turn in that direction, it actually steeply goes up, like
So right about here.
right up.
Oh,
you're
we're
actually
up.
past
This
it.
was.
Yeah,
So
you're
this
just
was
about
is the
there.
trophy room.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're heading
Yeah.
this
So
way.
as we were walking, Arkans is actually going to mark on his map
Okay.
T for trophy.
Okay.
On that.
Do you want to write it?
Yeah, sure. Oh, nice.
Oh,
Okay,
there
we
you
got
go.
one right
Doesn't
here.
matter. So you
So
continue,
he's
and
gonna
you
mark
have to
T.
start
This was
going
where
more
we came, right?
slowly
Yep.
as you're heading up because it is a steep incline. It goes from, it's about a 20-foot difference from where you're at to where you end up. So you go very, very slowly. I'm gonna have you make another stealth check.
All of us. Apparently.
Yeah, right, buddy. Oh.
Good God.
I alerted the guards.
That's a 4.
Yep, that's a
Fucking 7.
The polar bear just went, oh! 9.
Oh!
9, 4.
29.
Jesus. Okay. No one hears you.
3.
You're invisible. Oh,
That was a
Jesus.
7.
7.
Jesus.
That's a.
What just And roll initiative.
Zan's just like going up, and he's just hearing behind him just clang, clang. And he just
And it echoes
cringes.
slightly in the
He just
in that
cringes. He's
hallway.
like, these assholes.
You end up at the top, and you kind of once you hit the top, you just all take a moment to like catch your breath. It is you're carrying gear. You're going up at an angle. Like it is. You were louder than you wanted, except for you. You're up at the top, like.
He was actually loud. You just couldn't hear him
Yeah.
over all of us.
And especially like how quick, like everyone's like slowly like, and Zan's just like.
Yeah, it's just the one the like long strides up the incline, but you end up at the top here, and you see to your left there appears to be another open tunnel that is on the same level as you, but if you were to keep going forward about at the top there, 15, 20, no, 15, 30, 45, about like 45 feet or so, you start to see it dip back down again. So, which way you going?
Competent tunnel building.
So if we go to the left, we know for sure that's going to be where more activity is. It gets closer to the dragon's treasure and where they bring the food. Do we want to check there or check the perimeter first?
It's best to check the perimeter first.
Agreed.
So you keep heading along the circular area. Make a Makai, you can make a perception check. Yeah. And yeah, we'll go with that.
7.
7. Okay.
Unless I get plus something because I'm a bear and I'm.
Well, actually, don't you?
inspirations.
Don't you get something because you're a
Oh, okay.
Oh, is it
for your like
bear?
nose or something? Can you
think-
smell?
Yeah, do I get
You
more?
get
Smelling
let me
gets
just double check.
advantage, I
Don't I
think,
get
for
like
smell.
advantage? or something?
Let me
I
just
think
double check. I know wolves do, but yes, you have advantage.
Sweet.
Nice. See, it pays. Higher than a 7.
Come on.
It's an 8.
That's higher than a 7.
It is.
Oh no, wait a minute. To be honest, it's either a 6 or a 9.
Oh.
Those are hard to read.
Because I can't tell, because it was...
It's probably 9.
Actually, I think it is, because every other one, the triangle is at the top. So
Alright, it's
the
a
triangle
9.
at the top,
Alright.
it's a 9.
So plus 9 is a 10.
All right, I got a 10.
Guess I'm
As you
deciphering,
are
but-
heading
Do I know?
past,
It's the only reason why I don't use that dice.
Can I see it?
as
It
you
is
are-
very hard to read some of them.
Yeah, it's too, like,
Look at some of the numbers.
artistic.
As you are heading past that main
They're
tunnel, Micaiah, you hear a very, very faint coughing sound coming from that left cavern or that left tunnel that you guys are passing
It's
as
hard
you
to
go.
read.
That's this one, right?
I'm gonna
Um,
point my
Yes.
nose that way.
Zan casts Speak with Animals on himself so he can understand Kai.
All right. I hear a coughing sound coming from that way. You think we should check over there? Sound like someone's in there.
The shaman did say that they would send their sick down here so to not infect the others.
Or maybe just that.
According to the map that Auric has, this would be right under one of the other ways to get down here.
Think that's the sick bay?
It would make sense. That's the one that they said was under the large meeting room.
All right, so we can eliminate that room then.
We should mark it SG for sick guy.
G for sick guy.
SG for sick guy.
Not S for sickness. Just
SG.
G for sick guy.
Sick guy.
Yeah.
Definitely sick. Definitely sick guy over there.
Do you think they would have seen the one that we're looking for? McCaffrey? McCaffrey home virus PC
McAfee
systems?
antivirus.
Yeah, that. Couldn't even remember what the damn company was. Is it McCaff with
McCaff. MACCATH.
TH? Okay.
The Crimson.
McCaff.
It's McCaff.
I can try to speak to him.
McCaff.
I am immune to disease.
The only other problem is we aren't sure if they speak common. If he speaks the language of the tribe, none of us can translate.
I can comprehend languages if necessary.
We won't be able to communicate what we're saying to them, though.
Maybe we can use the pictures on the walls. Point to the dragon.
No, I'm looking for the dragon. Looking for the lady that looks
Point
like
to the
you.
horn.
The rest of the tribe was quite hostile to us as well. There's no guarantee that they won't tell the first person they see that strangers are down here.
He has been ostracized. Perhaps he is.
For the betterment of the tribe, sickness can spread very fast, especially
I mean,
when
I
they're
don't-
isolated out here.
Can I still talk to him? I don't want to be sick again. I'm enough for that.
We will have to go back that way eventually. So for now.
Then we press on, and I'll mark on the map.
G
Sick guy.
for sick guy.
It's SG. Sick guy.
No, just G.
You can fit in the little area.
Alright.
Guy. Sad face. That looks like.
I tried, but it like
It almost looks like
That looks
Pac-Man.
like an apple.
I mean, it kind of looks like Pac-Man.
Oh, yep.
it bled in right there. It looks like a hot from my.
A little bit. That's all right. We know it's medical now. Hot.
That's a
Draw
good
the
idea.
Snake with a cross thing.
Yeah, there you go. Little snake.
Alright, so you continue and begin going back down.
How
Um,
did. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
How
That
wide
was
is.
so
So
offended.
loud, right?
That was so.
How did?
How? How dare you?
Wait.
Do you want to speak to the manager?
Karen?
With your hair like
Is
that?
your name
Like-
Karen?
How
It's not a
dare
Karen,
you?
Bob.
No, if you took the
She took her
if you took the
hair.
pony off, it would.
How wide is the hallway? How wide is the
10
hallway?
feet, 15 feet,
Okay.
and 20 feet tall.
That's a big dragon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so you continue sliding down as it goes down about a 10-foot angle, I guess.
I was gonna gently scoot on his. Oh, so we don't have to like.
It's not like a slide. It's
Okay,
like
I was gonna say, I
you're
was gonna, like,
going
scoot on his
down
butt
another,
so he
like,
doesn't have
10
to, like,
feet or so.
like
Yeah.
make a roll.
Slide.
Are you trying to go quietly?
Trying.
All right, make one more stealth check.
give up
Yeah,
on
I'm not
that.
rolling that other dice though. I'm telling
No.
you that much. Alright. 19. See, that's what I'm talking about. 19.
17,
You gotta be
Alright,
kidding
I'll take
me.
17. Okay.
26.
26.
Epidon. What's up with you?
6.
You're so loud on my back. I'm trying to be quiet.
I know. It's
9.
Settle
10.
down.
8.
Okay.
I'm gonna like
You just like what everyone else rolls loves. Like I'm not the only one.
So the polar bear and Zan are just kind of like slowly sliding, and then Abaddon's like,
Keep it down, Abaddon. Keep it down. I know. Phlegm. Ah! Oh my god. Ah!
Urdknot is like, what's going on?
Who's on first? Fuck up. It's like, we're having a good Stella over here.
And as you head down, you immediately to your right, opening up into this open cavern that actually it goes out about 15 feet and then begins to expand. You are actually greeted by a bizarre sight. You are greeted by
a grizzly bear? I thought that's what you were gonna say.
a bizarre sight greets you in this rough-walled chamber. About a dozen giant toads with thick, mottled white hides are at work here, scribing strange writing into the ice of the walls or onto weathered parchment and stone tablets. A few of the toads transfer parchments and tablets into and out of the floor to ceiling cubby holes that are cut into the ice along the entire thing. There are just like about a dozen of them going through. And they just kind of, one of them looks over and sees you. Oh, sorry. What the fuck? Jesus.
I'm just glad it's not a cobalt orgy.
I would love
That
to
would-
see that.
I don't know if you would.
So they one
Claws
of
and
them
tails and snouts just everywhere.
one of them is working on and then you see it goes like and the others all stop and look over and they just kind of stop and look at you. For those of you wearing furs, make a performance check to see how well you are disguised as.
Since I have the basket of smelly fish, do I get anything extra for that?
Sure.
It's pretty disguising.
Roll with advantage.
Oh shit, okay, cool. I wasn't not expecting you to actually say that. Thank God for that advantage.
Hold on.
And that was a performance?
Yes.
No.
Greetings, fellow tribe members.
Hey,
Yeah, but that guy right in the front is gonna blow your cover. Let me tell you.
Uh-oh.
It's a 15.
5,
9.
9,
13.
13, and a bear. So,
Could I walk forward with the basket, holding up, yelling gibberish, pointing at the
what
basket?
did you get? A 15?
Yelling gibberish.
Just, whatever the noise was that he's heard from the
That's
from
a
the tribe.
language. You can't just go around saying yip yak paddywhack
No.
and not know what you're saying.
He's
gonna
bluffing.
try.
He's bluffing and hoping that the ice trolls don't speak the language from the people that live on the upstairs on the surface.
So you approach one of them. So it's an interesting.
This is a lanyard situation where you just keep walking forward
This
with
is-
confidence.
They're interested. They are ice toads, and you see them like
5,
hopping on all
9.
fours, but then they'll stand up on 2 legs. And they do have some furs and stuff. Like they're dressed. They're not just like frogs walking around. They are dressed just a little bit because they're ice toads. And
They have shame to cover.
there you go. And they one of them actually like tilts its head slightly, and then it says something in the language that you kind of recognize as being what they speak up there on the top of the ice shelf there. Yeah, and it just kind of looks at you expectantly as another one kind of hops over and then stands up with some books and stuff in its arms.
During their interaction, can Zan like see past them, like what is in the room? Because you said there's like cubbies with like parchments and stuff. Like, does it look like a library or like something like that?
Make a perception check while you're trying to pay attention to both things.
Shit.
9.
Okay. Yeah, look at you're like looking, but you're also paying attention
swear
as
these new dice
more
are
of them
weighted.
start kind of hopping, and then this is a long chamber. It's about so 60, it goes out like 100-something feet out. So you can. It's better maintained than other parts of this cavern, but it's still difficult to see past a certain point. Like, and you do notice at the very far edge, about 60 or so feet of the edge of your vision, there's another area that opens, and it looks like it starts to head down. Yeah, they just are kind of staring there, looking at you expectantly as you were dressed as ice hunters.
Was it specifically to him or?
Well, now they're looking at all of you. They just kind of stop and look at each of you.
Or I was just gonna nod and go, half laugh.
One of them like looks back at another one. You also see hold on, sorry. Yeah. As you're standing there, one of the ice toads comes hopping out from around the corner, but a little bit more well dressed sort of than the other ones, just a little bit extra, and
The manager. Comes the manager.
a little bit extra, a little.
You don't have
earring or
enough bling
something.
on.
Little
You
bling.
need more bling.
And stands up and also says something in the language that you all are supposed to maybe speak, according to their perception of who you are. I'm gonna have you make an intelligence check. And Urdknot, you can make one too.
+1.
Oh no.
Oh my god, she's so not intelligent right now.
I said 2.
You were kind of panicking a little bit.
Oh, God.
Why do we
I
suck?
got a 2 also.
Are you kidding me?
Can Zan roll an insight to see, are they starting to look agitated?
They are starting to look confused, and as you just kind of all stand there, like quietly looking at them, you can make an insight check.
This is why we needed to just walk on through.
I can't believe
16.
you just rolled both
They are not.
Oh my god.
Like they are.
You're
You
banned
see
from
one of
this
them
one.
hops over
You're
to like the
banned
cubby
from all of
and
them.
begins sliding like one of the parchments like in there. They're all looking at you, and they're
Again.
just
Okay.
They look extremely confused.
That was banned.
The leader one comes over and is just kind of staring at you all like, and then is looking over at Abaddon, like up on top of this bear, and just eyes narrow in a totally kind of way. I
Totally. Get it? Totally.
I like that.
The eyes narrow in a what?
totally way.
Totally.
Just kind of like looking at you like,
Like in a toad way, you know?
well,
Like waiting.
Does he
Waiting for you
repeat
to
his thing, or-
answer.
Zan is going
Answer
to
the call.
point to Arik's fish and point like beyond them, like to the fish, like we're supposed to go this way.
like into the room deeper in.
Yeah.
The leader steps forward on like those feet and is like says something in Uluik and is like and points back the way that you came. And then a couple of them step over with like there's the things that they've been scribing and like the parchments and things like that, and they're like,
Yeah. So Arix with the basket is gonna point to the basket and then point back the way he came.
yeah, they like point like kind of looking at you like what.
And then he's gonna turn and he's gonna walk back the way
Okay,
he
so
doesn't want to.
in the direction of the room that you passed. As a matter of fact, that's the way that they point. They're like,
So
The
this here.
sick guy row.
yeah.
Well,
Zan is going to use his quiver as Arik is walking away and say, that could be a library, place where someone who does research might be being kept. And he's still doing the like Zan's like trying to like
Are these frogs armed?
You can make a perception check.
Use a good dice.
Yes, please. Do not use the one that rolled a 2, alright? I realized this entire session I
11.
was either unconscious or an animal. Fine. I'm fine with it.
Let me see. You.
And how many of them are there?
There are about 12 of them, 12 or so. You do not see anything on them. They're not standing quite near you though. Like they're cautious as you're standing there very awkwardly at this point, just kind of like.
Like so
How many-
awkward. They're like telling us where to go and mother
Arik's just pacing back and forth with this fucking basket of gross ass
And
fish.
like this
Just
room,
doesn't know what the fuck to do.
there's the way we came. There's this room, and then the
So we
chamber
were right in
continues
the
out.
in the head of it. Right
Yeah,
there,
you're in the.
right?
You were just coming into that.
So there's only you can only go through is the only way.
You can go back where you came.
Go back
and
where
go
you
back
came.
to
This
the
way.
circle thing, or there's another like you can't
This
see
way.
what it is, but beyond your vision, just slightly, you can see that it opens again and then heads.
There's not multiple ways out of here.
No.
Okay. I'm gonna kill him. I'm going to.
All right, we're in this now.
Okay.
I am going to hit the dude, the lead frog.
the leader.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Hey, it's
Just
go
do
back
it.
the way we came, or kill them.
Just do it, man. Let's see what
I mean, I was
happens.
trying to do the like, we just keep walking forward, like, oh.
I'm just yelling gibberish with the basket. Like, where do we fucking go with this?
No. Or Not's not doing that.
Okay.
So,
Wait, what?
Cool.
All right, so we're not
Fireball.
fighting. So we're not fighting.
Oh, we're fine. He's about to hit him.
Alright, yeah. What am I doing here?
You're a wild card
What are you
today.
doing?
I know, you have no idea what to do with it.
You're just rolling dice. What are you doing?
Alright, so
Crazy.
to hit,
I like it.
12.
A 12 to hit.
Yeah.
With a, what are you hitting them with?
My hammer.
You just
Oh my god, you
You
just
walk up and you hit.
just
this thing
walked
with your
up with your hammer and hit him?
Even,
Oh, that's fine. Okay, so
even
you walk.
she's like,
Oh,
what?
well,
You're
that's
walking
right.
back that way. Zan's like,
Oh
these
my
things are
God.
here. This is the boss looking one, so I'm just going to boop, boop,
You
and I'm gonna
walk
hit him
up,
two-handed too.
Alright.
That hits as it's
Jesus
standing there
Christ.
like saying
We
in
started a war with the toads.
Louis.
We totally started
Frog
a war.
Wars.
Totally started a frog war.
That hits.
All right.
God.
So that's 10 damage.
Okay.
And he splats on the ground. He's just like a priest artist thing. He's like not even doing anything. He's just chilling.
All right.
I need some
So
Poor
Bring me
manager.
down from this.
you 10 damage. You come up and you just like take your hammer out from the back and just
Two-handed.
Slam
That's
it.
why I got the D10 damage.
slam the across the side of the head. It's just like, and all the other ones are like, what the fuck? And I guess I'm gonna have you all roll initiative.
She says, I guess.
Even Art who's walking away is like, what the fuck?
Is he dead?
No.
They're
Oh
toads.
my
There's 12 of
Um,
them.
12, bro.
Yeah. Have you roll initiative? Everybody roll initiative for me.
Oh boy.
I
Let's get this game rolling.
Ew.
We still have to
13.
fight a dragon. We don't want to
I
fight
know, we don't want to
12
fight
toads.
toads.
I did not have battle music.
I wonder why.
I wonder why, Liz. I wonder why you didn't have any
Alright, well,
battle.
that's cool. That's a nat 20 for initiative. That's
Jesus
neat.
Christ.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
but
This
you're
is
still like-
gonna be a good one.
But you're still like,
Give me that.
yeah, but your initiative's still gonna be like a
It's
10.
in jail.
It's 5.
Really?
My
Oh.
initiative's only +4.
Oh, damn.
Only +4, mine's +1.
But
Okay.
Alright.
Dex is my number one stat.
True.
21.
Alright, 21. So
And I have no
20
idea what the
plus.
fuck I'm gonna be doing.
Oh, yeah, me. I got 21 too.
Yeah.
Um,
It's
The
the
only
highest
time-
I've ever
The only
15
time we're
plus.
gonna roll. Mine was so you got a 30 on yours?
Huh?
You got a 30?
No, I had +2.
No, I'm saying on the.
10 plus?
Someone's about to be unhappy. I
You
got a
don't have
14.
any.
Cause-
Oh no,
What did you
21.
I got 5.
He rolled a nat. A nat.
What
That
did
is
you get?
14.
I got
That is how
13.
shocked Zan is. He's like, ooh!
Not my intention, or
It's
not.
like Boondock Saints when he was like, "These mother," and then the cat explodes. We're all like,
Is it alright?
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Alright. So,
What's your
alright.
dex?
2.
I'm. Yeah, your dex.
Okay, so you.
So you
I
won't go
feel like I
before me
need
then.
different music here.
Nah, that is not
It's
fighting.
just kind of weird.
Oh boy.
I'm just saying. I think that's how we've been doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if it's tie, the higher Dex.
Alright, so, as
Don't let any of
Urdknot
them escape.
slams into the leader there, Abaddon and Arik. 21? Alright, who's going first?
I got +2 dex, so I go first. Right?
Okay.
That's right.
So you are standing in a room that is like about 30 feet across, but about hold on. Ooh, shit.
She doesn't care. Fireball.
60. You can't see
No,
how far
this
back
is
it
a
goes.
library that we want to
But
save
so
the
about
text.
the edge of your vision is like 60 feet.
Dude, if we don't wipe these dudes out, there's no way we're gonna be able to find what's in here.
So what you doing? They are scattered around the room. They're not all standing.
And remember, there's a dozen of them.
And they're unarmed. Right?
Poor innocent
Shit.
frogs.
Sorry.
We're just slaves.
I think I'm going to I'm gonna wait. And if anything kind of comes close, I'm gonna have Firebolt ready. Like
Okay.
if they start to advance, I'm gonna have it ready for the first advancing. And
You're
then
holding Fireball?
Firebolt.
Firebolt.
Yes, bolt.
All
We're
right.
not going there yet. And then I'm also going to, as my bonus action, cash in 2 of my sorcery points.
Okay. All right, Arik.
The one that he hit was on the ground?
It's not on the ground though.
Its head is spinning though.
And if you all were like about 10 feet away from each other, it's about 10 feet away from you.
Well, since the deed has already been done, Irik's gonna just run up and
Just
try
drops
to
the
hit
basket
just
of
drop
fish
the
heads.
basket of smelly fish and try to hit this fucking thing.
Okay.
Oh god. This is such a bad idea. Don't roll any ones, please. Yeah, that's a 1.
In jail.
It doesn't matter.
No, put it in jail.
It doesn't.
Replace it.
I don't have.
So you come forward and you see if Frog's eyes could get wider, they would, but it's just like looking at you with this shocked expression on its froggy face. And she just like looks and then ducks out of the way as you swing over her head with your sword.
Now my next attack will be made with this. No, I have the fear thing.
Oh fuck.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh no, this is.
It's always against
This
frogs.
is
I totally
TPK.
it is frogs. It's frogs every time. I totally fucking forgot. And as you do that, you like swing over, and then when you look down
You
at
killed us! You son of a bitch!
when you look
Hey guys,
down
it's been a fun 2 years.
I'm just hastening the next campaign.
when you look down at this frog, like
Wait,
it's,
was it on the ground?
no, but it does.
Oh,
down.
okay. I was gonna
Like,
say because then I would have
down.
advantage on the on the attack.
No, you swing and it goes over, and you look down at her face, and it suddenly just like morphs into this like strange,
I know the deal.
inhuman. Like the teeth get sharp, and it's almost like goes like in your face, and
Every battle that matters, this is what happens.
You,
Every battle with frogs.
No, this has happened with Rezmir.
you are afeared.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
Eric just starts screaming like Homer.
Every time.
so you
Roll
then
a 1.
After
Someone's
you-
about to be unhappy.
I am on hobby.
I believe your fear requires that you move away. So you begin to back up out of the range of this
I
thing.
just can't be in its eyes or.
As soon as you can break
think I can't
line of
see.
sight with any of them, yeah,
But is it? Yeah, it's against all types.
all of them.
Right in the first fight, I'm gonna have fucking. Now I'm gonna have this
So you
disadvantage.
have
against
disadvantage,
all.
yeah. You've got disadvantage on them. Anything else?
I can't do anything
Better now
else.
than with the dragon.
It's gonna happen with the dragon too.
You could technically still attack. You don't have to move until you're afraid of it, but you can still fight it. It's just
Still a second
disadvantage.
attack.
Oh, I thought. Right
It doesn't
now?
end your turn. You can still do stuff. You're
Alright,
just
I'll
afraid.
do it. Yeah, but I thought with the condition when you have written it up.
You have to spend your movement moving away, but it can be at the end of your turn.
It's at the end of my turn. I'll try to attack.
Now it's. Ugh.
There's a Lenny attack.
But it's
Lenny attack.
at disadvantage.
She's scared.
Just 7 plus 10 and a 14 plus 10.
That
17.
hits.
So 17. I can't believe this happened. 10 damage.
Okay. You strike at this inhuman, obviously it's a frog creature, and like, and make contact, and see blood go spatter across the side. It's like the ice just gets hit with this red paint,
And then I have to spend the rest of my movement.
and then you
to-
back away and back out of there.
Just however far I can, I guess.
Okay, out into, at this point, you would be like just at the edge of the, where it goes into the hall. Because you guys were right there. It is Urdknot's turn.
Alright. Try to finish that guy off.
Okay.
How close is the next frog to him?
I'm gonna say this is a fairly large cavern. They're probably about 10 feet or so away, and then there's just like there's
So
dozens
nobody's
of them far
5
off.
feet near him.
No.
Okay.
Oh, actually, for you though, you take and you too. I forgot. So you take 1 point of cold damage, Arg, when you. No, you don't. Sorry, you take 1 point of cold damage because you entered in this turn. You weren't within. Or no, you take 1 point of cold damage. As approaching this creature, it just like exudes this very, very cold aura, and you feel, no, just from standing right next to it.
Like, right, the cold is coming from.
From it, yes.
Alright. Alright, so, 22
What
for
is
my
it?
first attack.
I'll bring it up after the
That
game
hits.
is done.
Yeah, I'm using my fingers.
How'd you do?
Hey,
16 for
No
my
shame.
second attack.
Okay.
And I'm doing it single-handedly now because
What's the damage?
bonus action to take my shield out.
you didn't already have your shield up?
No, you can't swing double-handed with
Oh,
shields. That was my surprise attack.
By rules as written, it's an action to take out your shield.
Yeah, if you're like in the middle of yeah.
Okay, well then I guess my shield's not out. So, alright. Alright, so still, okay, let's see, here we go.
You're just fucking liquefying this frog right now.
Anybody want to call
Thank
shots?
you.
So, let's see.
I helped.
uh,
I helped. I got scared, but I helped.
11 for 1 damage, and then 7 for the second damage.
2 damage, nice.
All right, yeah. You
That's
just
all
come
chest.
over and you just smash into its head. Twice. So the first hit does it.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Anything else?
Jesus. That's good.
I don't know if it's not a bonus action per se. I don't know. I don't feel allowed because it probably is.
Breaking all the rules today.
Yeah, maybe. I just want to look at all the rest of them in the room and using intimidation just kind of like
Might work.
stare and like roar at them like, if you want some, step forward. If you don't, sit the fuck down.
I'll let you make an intimidation check right now.
He's supposed to be the wise one.
I never would have expected this.
All right,
something
next
that I
up
would
we
do.
have
It is something very impulsive.
something
Makaya,
very
you are up.
I am up.
Ernie needs to get his fiber in.
I've
He's
been
all
on a
mad.
fucking boat. I've been eating
me.
rations. My ass is wet and sore.
Alright. I have multi-attack, so I am going to.
You're gonna charge forward towards.
Yes.
So that's a
next closest
15
one.
intimidation.
Correct.
Okay.
Wait, I'm still on top of you.
Yep.
Is that
you're
okay?
Going with, yeah.
All right.
You're
We're
going with
going.
me.
Mounted combat.
Yep. So first
Fire
I'm gonna
your-
attempt
Remember,
to
you
bite,
have your held up.
Okay.
So you can fire
which
your witch.
is a nat 20
Nice.
plus
Okay.
7, which is a 27, which is also crit.
I
correct.
took out the leader first.
So 1d8 plus 5 piercing damage. So
Off the head, the body
Alright.
will fall.
1d8.
You can only run in one of
But
the
then you
rollers
double the
according to
dice,
that.
right? So
Yep.
6 times 2 is 12 plus. What did I say?
5.
5.
17.
So 17.
All right.
Nice.
Piercing damage on the first attack. I got another one though.
Okay. You bite down on this. On
Did
this
I kill
toe.
it?
No.
Alright. Now I'm clawing it.
Swing your head with it in your mouth.
And
Oh
that
my
one's
God.
not so good. I exhausted myself. Well, it's a 10. I mean, I don't know if that hits.
No. So you like let go of it and it falls on the
Damn.
ground next to you. Anything else?
Every
Sit
time,
on
every
it.
time, like these.
Anything?
Sit on it.
I just think of a small frog. Like
No,
that's
they're-
Like,
They're
sit on it.
about as
I
big as
mean,
you.
They're
can I
big.
just like. I mean, how big is this frog?
That's about our size.
I'm a polar bear. Can I just
What-
like lay on top?
Nah, just
Crush
plant-
him?
Plant your butt.
You No, it's not going to just sit there
Dang.
and let you do that.
I tried. Can I jump on top and like?
Might be interesting.
Sorry.
That would technically be a grapple, I would say.
Damn. All
It'd be
right.
great if you could just like sit your butt right on its chest.
Can I run forward and like knock him
Like
over?
you can try to.
I run. That's my movement.
Yeah, you can continue forward. Are you checking the same one? You're trying
Yeah.
to do the same
Just like-
one. Make a dexterity check.
What do we got for dex?
Now, Abaddon had a held action with a witch bolt. Is
That
was
was if anybody advanced.
Oh.
Nobody's advanced on me yet.
No, they're just getting crushed.
I'll say that going forward, you hit it because I rolled a 7. So you hit it and it falls down to the ground.
Nice.
So it is prone, this one.
Can I scream at it just to try to scare it?
As a bonus
Maybe.
action.
Could I make it pee its pants? Could I make him pee his pants?
Do they even wear pants?
I don't know, but
These pantless
They're
frogs?
covering their shame.
whatever they got.
Pantsless
I'm
frogs.
gonna do a combined intimidation from using his roll. Zan, somehow you are up before all of them.
Holy shit.
I rolled a
wow.
4 for them
Wow.
collectively.
Zan is just like, what the hell is going on?
As you are standing there watching as the leader's head has been smashed into a pulp on the ice floor, surrounded by books and paper and maps, perchance.
Just kill the lead librarian.
Zan is going to avoid them, but try and make it to the other room to see if he can see through the other room, if there's anyone else in there, to make sure that all of a sudden they don't get reinforcements.
Okay, so how fast can you move using all of your movement?
If just standard 40 feet,
Okay, if you dash, it's 80.
if I dash, it's 80. Or if I want to do the whole thing, I could go 120.
Are you going to do the whole thing?
No, I'm just gonna.
It's like flat.
You want to
Just
get to
gonna-
the edge?
Just like to the
So
edge,
that
so
will-
that I can see.
That will cost you 60, nope, 60. That's going to cost you about 120 feet. It is a huge chamber.
It's a huge chamber.
Oh, wait, hold on. 15,
Sorry, I thought it was
30.
brown.
No, that is going to cost you about 75 feet. Sorry,
Then
it's doubling
I'll
the thing.
dash
So
as
you
my.
run up to the front. You kind of skid to a stop at the top where the entrance opens up about 30 feet wide down into this other chamber, and as you look down, you see just very quickly, make a perception check.
21.
Okay. You see furniture, you see bedding, you see clothing, and like writing implement. Like this is where they live. That's all you see. So that is the end of your turn. I assume.
Yes.
Just did everything together. So you just kind of skid to a stop, look over there. These toads.
Flee in absolute terror.
They do. There are 11 or so of them left. The one that is in front of you, like they are all like bouncing 20 feet at a time. They are going.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
they
Oh, we
keep
just
going,
missed.
going. And
It's like
Things,
walking
you're
into
terrible.
a jewelry store as quiet as you can, taking a ball peen hammer and just smashing a case. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Yep.
With it for no reason.
You see some, like you can get in if you, depending on what you consider advancing. So they are not.
Like trying to attack.
So I'm gonna do this as you're in the way, you're in the way, you're in the way. You're not. You're on her.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make some rolls, and they are going to attack you as they flee for their lives.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do.
As a reaction, could Ard drop to the ground? Would that give, if they're jumping over me, would that give the, oh, you said they're jumping or they're running?
It's a combination. Like they
Alright,
can
then
jump
never mind,
really
never mind.
far, but
I was gonna say, I
they
was
can go
gonna-
about 10 feet over. So
Like
if
in
you're
the air?
letting them
Okay.
go, that's fine. But they're gonna like.
Yeah, no. Well, I don't. I was thinking if they're all going to be jumping over, that would give them. I would think. Well, no, because that would be a ranged attack. So never mind. I was thinking range attacks have disadvantage if you're prone.
Oh no, yeah, this is.
So that's what I was.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
they're gonna come over. I'm gonna say we're only gonna do like 1 or 2 attacks because the rest of them are just booking it.
Are they booking it, trying to book it out past us the way
Past
we came?
him, yeah. It is a 30-foot entrance that you came in.
If it's possible, I want to grab
Or
one
no,
as a
so
reaction.
15. Okay, grab one.
If one's like jumping close enough, I
Like
just
his
want.
leg.
Yeah.
Let me see how this goes with my attacks here. So 1 against you is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. 1d8 here. What are you? There you are. You take 8 points of piercing damage as it bounces past and is like, plus.
What's it piercing you with?
Yeah, what's it hitting me? Claws or
It's
something?
biting you. It like bites and it like jumps
It's
by
got
and
a
it's
quill.
plus
Eric's got a new dot tattoo.
3 points of cold damage. This is going to be...
Oh, did I take any more cold damage when I smushed his head?
No, it died, so... That's the beginning of your turn. We've got 1 for... This is against you, Urdknot. It's an 18 to hit.
Let me see what... I think that might hit because I don't have my shield out. Let me... where the hell is that? Yeah, that hits.
Alright, you take... Oh, not too bad for you. You take 3 points of piercing damage and 1 point of cold damage.
You're the one who started this mess, and I took way more damage for no reason.
Against you, Micaiah, we have a 17 to hit as a polar bear.
Yes.
Okay. That one didn't hit. We've got 6 points of piercing damage and 3 points of cold damage. And then Abaddon, yeah, one's gonna fly above you. As it goes.
As one
No,
does.
actually, this is more than 1. There's 2.
How come?
Yeah, this is they go by and they're just like so
There's
you can do a fireball at one of them as it goes by, but you also got hit
You
with
didn't
a
even do it.
20,
Think about it.
22 and a 20.
Yeah. I don't stand a chance. I know. I won't.
That is 6 points of piercing. 6 points of piercing. 4 points of cold for the first one.
Oh no! Fuck balls.
2 points of piercing. 4 points of cold. Like this.
16 points of fucking damage for nothing.
This like ice as it bites down, you just feel like where the teeth come in. It just like
You
it
so don't
feels
like
like frostbite immediately
Wasn't
hitting.
Zan's intention to fight 12 toads?
Was I able to
I-
grab any of them?
Make an
Sounds
what would that be? An athletics, acrobatics. Make a
Poor
one or the
Abaddon
other.
laying on the
Make an
ground. Let's
athletics check,
let's get her back up.
actually. Right?
Stand it back up.
Fuck.
16.
Yes, you grab onto one of them, and it's now grappled. So you have one grappled. You, Abaddon, were you gonna bolt one?
It's like you
Me?
fishing last
No.
year. No, when you caught that giant wolf for
Oh, yeah.
So, they are not hindered by the floor. So, not all of them attacked either. There were 12 of them, so only about 8 of them, 11 of them, only about 8 of them attacked. So a few of them just keep going by. Are you going to take any swings
There's gonna be
against
so.
one as a reaction?
Yeah, sure, why not?
He's not frightened,
Sure, why
right?
not?
Because the one that scared him is dead, or is he
No,
frightened at all?
he's
of them?
frightened of all of them. He's frightened of all the types, right?
Well, see,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
what I
you
was gonna
really-
ask because it's not on the thing anymore. You had originally written it that way, but it's not on the D&D Beyond anymore like that for some reason. Which way I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna be frightened of all of them.
Oh yeah, no, I think it's in the
But-
description that I have in my cards.
Oh, okay, because I was gonna say was when I do that, it's not on that. You know what I'm saying? The actual
I haven't,
description of that.
yeah, I haven't touched that in a while.
I thought you changed it because maybe I
Oh,
like
no,
leveled
no.
up and it like swapped it or
No,
something.
I think it's on the card. So yeah, it would be with disadvantage, but you can do it.
13, 14 plus 10.
One of them hits. Yeah. Oh, they both hit.
Well, yeah. Just one attack. It's 9 damage.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just lands on your sword. It's like,
And they just start bouncing. Like, let me see. They can go pretty far.
Imagine like a handful of those really bouncy balls that you used to get for 50 cents. And you get a handful of it.
I'm gonna say the majority of them get like just about to the edge of the room there, like just about getting into the hallway. Except for the one that you grabbed. All right, we're at the top of the round. Or here's a question: are you doing any? Are you chasing them? Is my question. Are you chasing after these 10 frogs?
that's impossible.
Because I can
to catch
keep you out of. I can take us out of initiative. If there's just like you got the one. All right, so these.
Kaya has to go home. She's feeling not so good.
All right.
Cure all wounds. Cure all wounds.
I'm gonna take some medicine.
I'll give you a hug when you come around.
Alright. Sorry.
That's
No,
all right.
no.
Please.
We'll see
Let's
you.
try to last.
Text us.
I will. I don't know why I'm still talking like this.
Because you have to go home still talking.
You're embodying.
like, still talking.
Why are you not?
Micaiah
Why are
until
you
you-
not talking like a bear? Is what I want.
You're Micaiah until you leave this room.
Right?
My butt was a little numb with the anticipation of what was going on, gonna happen in this room here. It's
Punching your ass the whole
I was
time.
like, oh yeah. I mean, it hurt
See,
because
I
I also
know.
did those. I also started doing those rock climbing exercise thing yesterday, and I'm like, I never work out that part of my butt. I don't do butt exercises, so
Butt
I was already sore. But then like,
What have we done?
So they scatter out into the tunnels.
Both ways.
If they make a noise like a car alarm.
they're daffy ducking.
Make a perception check as you're trying to pay attention to that. Urdknot, you take 1 point of cold damage holding on to this one froggy.
Okay, it's a 9.
I don't
Okay,
want
yeah.
that many.
You can't. Like they go out into
That's what.
You have the rest.
and you're like, there's so much
Trash.
going
Get
on.
in the
You're still
trash.
catching
I
your
will
breath
throw
from
them.
like, oh my god, what just happened?
Lauren, please, I can't have any more.
Why?
He put them
give
there.
me one.
I didn't.
Quito.
I only wanted one. He took
Cuba, it's your fault we're in this mess.
Yes.
Or not eat the
Eat
damn.
the candy.
Eat the
Eat the
jelly
candy.
snacks. Eat the jelly snacks.
Make a strength,
Oh
God.
make a strength
One
check,
minute.
Urdknot.
You know, I've been in jail for some reason expecting the toughness of a Sour Patch Kid.
no! It's been a lot of candy
Ah,
tonight.
fuck. 9.
Oh,
Okay.
Horrible.
The froggy person, the ice toad, is more slippery than you at first had anticipated. And as you're trying to hold on with like your weapons in your arms, it just goes whoop with a 14 over your 9. And you can make a swing at it as it leaves your area, but it is breaking it for the door.
I want to try to grab it again.
You can't.
You can't.
Like it's slipped out. Like you can't get it. You'd have to drop your weapons.
Can I target its legs? I know that's
can-
not like a
no,
mechanic in 5e.
You can try. You can certainly try.
I am so testing you today.
No, you could try. Like you could.
Do you want me to roll disadvantage or
He's
something?
tested everyone.
Since it's
no,
like a
I'm
target.
gonna. No, I've got it. Just roll.
I think I'm
For
testing you
attack.
today. Okay, Leroy Jenkins.
Exactly what that was.
What's 9 plus 9?
18.
18.
That's the only one I know.
I don't know any of them.
That hits because I gave it a 17 AC plus 5 on its AC, so an 18 hits.
I just realized on the camera we can see your ponytail on the camera.
Oh, you can?
As you're talking, I'm seeing this thing wiggle around. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Oh, man, so that's only 6 damage. So I'm just trying to no easy way to say this. I'm just trying to cripple him so he can't get away.
All right,
Dice out,
so
dice jail, this son of a dice.
it is. I'm gonna say it's only able to get 30 feet away as opposed to the 60 that it would normally be able to get. So it is
I want to
just.
yell at Eric to grab it.
Yeah, it's about right in front of you. This creature.
Can I even grapple it if I'm frightened of?
Oh fuck
You.
you! Close your eyes and grab it, boy.
Didn't think of that.
It would be disadvantage.
I don't. Do we know that happens to him?
You've seen
You
it.
see it now.
But have we put
like,
2 and 2 together?
We've
We've seen it happen a
witch,
few
I know
times.
Arik and Zan have talked
I'm
about
pretty sure
it.
the witch told you.
Yeah, you said it to me
Yeah.
in front of everybody, but
Yeah.
I think Arik and Zan have talked about it.
Yeah.
I think we've in like the old chat, the old Adventure Continues chat we
I
did.
just picture Ark going like running forward, trying to like hug it.
I'll
Are you
give it
gonna
a
try
shot.
or no?
I'll give it a shot just for fun. Let's see what happens.
Gross.
It's a 2. That's a fail.
No,
What
not
is, hold on. What is it?
Athletics.
My
It's a ground.
yeah. So it's 10.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you don't grab it.
And I'm not gonna use one of our inspirations.
Oh no, I'm not. I wasn't gonna use.
Arik's
it
only
either,
gonna
so-
half-heartedly try. He's so
Okay.
mad at her.
Are you going after it? You can't get
no,
to it unless
I
you
can't.
go with your full, like, unless you double your movement because you're like.
Yeah, like my dash is it'd be only 50 feet.
Okay.
So
So yeah, it's just you see it just book it to the left.
Haul it
He
out.
just juked me.
And you're fine now. You feel your like it's like doo 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 in your ears, and then like as the last one is like, like the legs are going like, and it's trying to push itself, and it
Sees this little
disappears
frog
around.
butt just hopping out of the horizon's view.
Just little butt cheeks. Little green slummy butt
it's
cheeks.
it's like a wobble when it jumps because it's got a bum leg now.
Arik is
And,
just gonna look at the sword, that silver pommel of that sword, and just shake his fucking head. Every time you do this.
Blast!
Alright,
I
kill
swear,
it.
you look over at
I wanted to
I
question
swear this
one of
doesn't
them.
happen all the time.
And
I
now
swear.
you
This is
all
the
you all stand in this library of sorts with the head of what appears to be the leader of these ice toads smashed against the floor. There is blood elsewhere as well as you would hit some of them, and they have taken off out of the room.
We've lost the element of surprise. We cannot stay here. We have to quickly look, and then now we have to quickly decide where to go. We have to try and find Makath. Quickly. The entire forces could be on us any minute now. We have to move. Everyone, let's go.
Just to say that aligned with these.
Quiet,
other ones.
Urdknot. Let's go.
As Arik walks by short little Urdknot, he is gonna just scuff the back of his bald head with like
I have my helmet on.
it doesn't matter. Ring, ring. He's gonna slap it so the thing spins around on him.
Can Zan try and make a survival check to see which direction either all of them or most of them went? I know it's like clear ice, but maybe there's like some condensation,
Slime.
some blood.
You hurt some of them. Make a survival check.
That das. How much emotional damage is that? I just think of that
22.
emotional damage. that guy.
I love that.
I know.
So you like kind of very cautiously walk up to the edge of where the 15-foot tunnel opens up into the circular tunnel, and look, and you can see that they are all appear to be headed to the left. I mean the right. Sorry.
So they're all going
They're
towards
all going further. Yes.
Deeper this way.
Yes.
Okay.
And what you do see also is that as you're looking, you can see that it descends further down, deeper. Like you don't see where it goes because it heads down.
Should we take 30 seconds to sweep that other room?
Yeah, I want to look around
Maybe
this
there's
room for
maybe there's some clues or something in
anything
there.
that looks
Quickly.
useful.
We'll do it quickly, and then we'll try and check the rooms in the center. The perimeter, they've gone to the right.
Make a let's see. Make a It's easy enough to find stuff. Like, it's not hidden, so it's all around. But make intelligence check if you're looking at the things to see what they are. Okay, and just kind of lumbers
see, we're all
over
doing
to if you're looking. Anybody who's looking.
Ah, fuck.
Just a straight
I can
intelligence.
smash a
just
fucker's
straight
head, but I can't read a book.
20.
6.
Zan, as you're heading, you're kind of Abaddon's looking for shiny things. Urdknot's just kind of like kicking the dead body of the.
That's not a 1.
I showed you.
Take the hat. Take the head. Make it into a hat.
I know, it's like we've switched roles.
And Zan, you see as you are going through, this appears to be.
Got myself a frog helmet.
You see that there are like records and tallies, like scratched into the walls, like using their claws or other tools. It does appear to be maybe like food, just inventory, things like that. In addition, you also see that they are there are maps that appear to be layouts of the sea of moving ice. Like you recognize just barely like where it says Luskan is, and then up above, and there are different maps that appear to be changing and shifting. Like you compare a couple of them, and depending on how fast you're doing this, like a minute or less.
Probably less than a minute. If anything that looks really important, he's just going to grab and
Shove it in his bag.
stick in the bag, just so that they can closer examine it later on. But anything that looks important.
Yeah, it's mostly, from what you can tell, it's like maps of the sea, weather patterns, and information about the ice hunters. Like, you kind of can grab some stuff. Yeah, anything else as you're gathering up all of this in the cavern?
Nope.
You all see the same thing that Zan did as you approach where it goes deeper down. It's of course cooler in that other room, but you see that this is where they all lived. It's just living quarters for these creatures and furniture. And
If memory serves me correctly, was it downhill from outside of this to here, or was it downhill beyond this one where we heard the coughing?
So you are downhill from where you heard the coughing.
And then
to continuing down to your right, it slopes down again.
And beyond that, where the coughing was this like flat, or was this also at an incline?
It was flat until about halfway through, and then it goes down again.
Okay.
And as you come up to the edge there, make a perception check.
8.
Oh wait.
I have
Cash it in. I think we need it today.
You rolled a
9.
So you stand at the edge of that open doorway, about 15 feet wide, and look both ways. Which direction are you going? Are you going the direction of the toads?
No,
Or
we're
are you
gonna
going back?
head back left, like we're going towards the
Okay,
coughing.
up the incline.
That's sick. The sick one. That's
Yeah,
okay.
the sick guy.
Sick guy.
guy.
So
Big,
you
big unhappy
exit
face.
the cavern and into the tunnel. And what is the marching order?
Zan first.
I'll go
Micaiah.
in.
In front or the back?
Back?
Okay.
I was gonna say I'll take up the rear, but
Zan,
Okay,
Urdknot,
that's fine.
Micaiah. Alright.
Yeah.
yeah, because you're riding.
She's on
Yeah.
the top.
That's yeah.
So you get into the tunnel and you begin heading up the incline, and then from behind you, you hear some kind of like a laughing, but also like a "Ah!" And you turn around and you see lumbering up from behind 2 figures just out of the sight of your vision there, coming up the incline. Tusks coming out from their mouths, They're wearing almost no clothing as they like ascend the incline. You can see they're kind of like a little bit stringy on top with like long, gross, stringy blackish hair, whitish skin with a kind of blue hue as they come up. Their bellies are kind of distended out in front of them, and big smile on their face, rotted teeth, as two large ice trolls come up from behind the tunnel.
We've got company, guys.
And you hear also the kind of like croaking of the ice toads.
We've got more company, guys.
That is where we will end tonight's session.
We're all not gonna make it through this.
So,
Christ.
thank you all for joining us.
Possibly
I
the
think
last
it's
a
full
turn.
session.
F's in the fucking chat for the bums of greenest.
That took a turn.
We did fine.
We did fun.
This is about to carry over into real life, Cuba. We're
Thank
putting
you,
on the
everybody.
boxing gloves.
We are gonna find somebody to raid. Let me find somebody to raid here. We've got Ben by night. Let's see. We've got
It's a
Marks of Mischief.
compounding issue.
Thank
It's
you.
not about tonight.
Rolled a 1 for subscribing.
Hey, thank you for the sub. Actually, that's another
Nice.
D4 inspiration for us. So thank you very much to the.
Will not forget
Thank-
those ever again.
Something tells me we're gonna need those next time.
And we are going to raid Hops and Dragons, I think.
Nice.
We don't have
Oh
to-
shit, we got a couple more.
Oh,
Gifting tier 1
thank you.
sub.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Another
you.
one then. You can grab
Oh,
another.
thank you so much.
Thanks. We appreciate it. Everything
need
goes
it.
back to you all as we get more dice to give away and make our area here even more funner and
More
better.
funner.
So we are actually, let's raid Blue Box RPG. So thank you very much. We will see you tomorrow for the Midnight Whirl, Midnight Mondays, #Midnight Monday, and then again on Tuesday for Wicked Independent Prestige Incorporated. And yeah, we'll
Yep.
see. We're gonna try again to get all 6 players next Sunday. Fingers crossed.
We had 5. We were almost
so
there.
close.
We're
So
almost there.
close.
But patrons, we're going to stick around, do some stars and wishes, and you will get those in the patron-only post that I will send out on Saturday. So thank you very much. Let us raid Blue Box RPG. I have no idea how far along they are in their session this evening, but they are playing Dungeons & Dragons, Rune Lords number 81, so we're coming in on their
Zixfire gave it an F in the chat and then said I give it about a 30%
30%.
odds.
Oh no.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for subscribing and everything.
Yes.
You guys are all awesome.
Thank you, and thanks for being our Nerdy 30 patron. And she's got, of course, we will be in touch for the weddings. All right.
Bye.
See ya.
See you guys later.